Yo, what's up? I've been jamming to this for a bit now. This is some good shit. I'm liking this. I'm liking this song. I'm surprised this isn't new main story stuff, but I guess it's time to get Anan Lee as an important character. Because she's kind of just been off in the background, weirdly, for this whole time, I feel. Oh no, fresh police story. Disgusting. Let's see what they're up to. Nothing like a cold welcome to greet a rookie. Oh, starring. Yeah. Movie.
相传商周时期，天地间魑魅魍魉横行，有恶兽为祸人间，令神州萧条，生灵涂炭。
Oh no, plot twist, this whole chapter is just Chinese and there's no English voice acting. It is said that during the Shang and Zhao dynasties our land was plagued by malevolent creatures. They roamed the land, bringing havoc and leaving the nation and its people in endless suffering. Oh god, I can't read this fast enough. On the Emperor's order, Feng Xiaoxin, the wise, sought the assistance of the 12 gods of Shite. Shite? I don't know. Bestowed with their divine might, Feng Xiaoxi bound the creatures and turned their monstrous power to the service of the people. These creatures became known as the Xiang, Xing Dao Beast, guardians of the perilous path. Fuck, I'll catch up on this later. The guy is speaking at me.
虽说世间已不再有妖魔肆虐，梁家也已不像过去那样风光。
I hate that it goes without me pressing the button. I still hate that it does that. Okay, are you done? Are you done advancing without me, game? Alright, let's read back. Now reformed, the beasts were used to drive away evil and protect the land, and thus earned the reverence of the people. Not revenge, that's a very different word. Reverence. However, by the end of the Tang dynasty, there arose many wars and troubles. To preserve the legacy of the Xiandao beasts, the last Feng Xiaoxing entrusted them to the 12 Shenji, servants of the ritual before passing away. Among the Xianyao beast, Kualing, whose body was like a tiger with a serpent's tail, was considered unmatched in ferocity. Oh god, I'm so bad at reading these names. I'm so white. Help. Help, I'm drowning in my whiteness. The Xianxi... The Xian... Fuck. Who was entrusted with Qinglang's took Lang as their surname, passing their knowledge down through their descendants. Holy shit. Until today, while the world no longer suffers from the evil spirits of the past and the reputation of our family has lessened, we have never forgotten our ancestors' teachings. That self-restraint, propriety, righteousness, and the art of banishing evil. Study your family's history, and you will find each generation has lived up to our family name and our motto. Except Greg. That guy was a cunt. to practice restraint, seek justice, and expel
然
evil.
而，仙道授强梁却已有近100年未曾现身了。
Yet, Hualing had not appeared to us for almost 100 years.
直到你，我
That
最
was
引以为傲的女
until
儿，
you, my
直到
daughter,
你再一次
my
唤醒了强
pride
梁，
and joy, successfully
你可
summoned
知
it after these
自己肩
years.
负着何种重望？
You understand the weight of the expectation on your shoulders.
我知道的，爸爸，你就相信我吧。
I understand. You can trust in me, father. Papa. Oh, I missed something. You now carry. Hand rests on the girl's shoulder, its weight like that of the world. Ziwardo, resting on your shoulders. She had heard this story 1,000 times, and for years. This answer has been engraved in her mind. She's really had it fucking drilled in. She's sick of this shit. This answer, and for it, is the only answer she has ever been allowed to give. If she ever gave a different answer, that hand would cease being on her shoulder and instead go to her face. In a quick motion.
I will not fail our family. I will fulfill my destiny as a worthy master of Qiangliang.
Xiaoliang. Is that how you say it? Xiaoliang. Alright. See, if I hear it, I can repeat it decently. Okayly, maybe. I just struggle
Morning,
reading.
guys. All right. Who wants to hit me with some good news and make my day a little easier?
Yo, when do we get to pull for her? Hold up. Why is she gorgeous? Huh? Why do you gotta be a cop? You could be so much hotter if you weren't.
The
Ah,
report on
fuck.
that summoning ritual is done. Seems like the destination was some farm out in the sticks.
Hey, did someone take the pendulum without signing it out? We've only got one to go around.
A pendulum? What do you use a pendulum for? Everyone in the Division of Arcane Affairs is caught up in the chaos of their own work, too busy to notice the officer who had just stepped in.
Let's try this another way. First 3 of you to give me some good news will earn yourselves a coffee. My treat.
My treat. Why is there a little chameleon on her badge? There's a cute little guy.
Get ready, D, because what I'm about to tell you next is gonna blow your mind.
Save me a cup. I gotta find our pendulum thief first.
Gotta find our pendulum thief. Apparently, it doesn't take much to become the most popular person in the office, but before anyone can earn a steaming cup of joe, an angry shout interrupts them.
Hello? Excuse me? I'm still here.
Oh god, I bit my lip real bad. I can taste the blood. Very nice. Hold up. Hello, I'm still here. And I'm pissed about the fact that I lost my eyes.
I'm a tax-paying citizen. I pay your salary, so why don't you stop gossiping and do your job?
真係上梁不正下梁歪。
Oh. Oh, yes. I honestly adore how, like, it feels like every Chinese voice actor they have hasn't really, like, learned English that thoroughly. Like, they know the language, but they haven't, like, mastered it. And it's just very charming to me. I don't know. I like it. Like, I don't want to make fun of it, but I also find it very fun and cute. Look, if any Chinese people are watching, they can make fun of my horrendous Chinese. So I feel like it evens out. He shoots Poitier a glare before stomping his way out of the Division of Arcane Affairs, muttering curses under his breath. People can also make fun of my horrendous English with how I pronounce this word.
Him again? What's he complaining about this time?
He always has new things to complain about. Apparently his family died this time. Wife specifically. Last time it was his kids. Having brought the missing pendulum back to its place, the officer strides over and grabs a coffee. He shrugs.
Some nonsense about making a mistake while we were out searching for a dog in Chinatown.
A missing pooch? Since when are we the dog patrol?
I don't know, since you were fucking public defenders?
I know, it's not our job. And then he got all huffy about us being brash and naive. And then I was right back to complaining about the incident last year.
You remember when that rookie saw bruises on a kid and kicked up a whole fuss about child abuse? Turned out it was just some traditional Chinese massage. After they got cleared of the charges, the kid's parents were fuming about it for weeks.
Look, we're not gonna research. We're not gonna research any massages.
But like, come on, it's literally a rookie mistake. He apologized and they forgave him. You'd think that'd be a problem solved, right? But this guy just wouldn't let it go. He's not even related.
He's just a really big fan of complaining.
Still,
It's a fun
must have
time.
left a bad taste in his mouth, I guess. I just don't get why he's complaining about it to us. We don't find missing dogs. We find critters.
Critters. They exchange a glance. Poitier lets out a sigh.
Well, at least most folks are friendly. Yeah, well, I was asking for good news. So how about something upbeat?
I only want the good news. If you bring me any bad news, I'll beat the shit out of you.
Sorry.
And the chameleon will
I've got
watch.
nothing of that particular flavor. Just the opposite.
Epic.
Let me guess. Our vigilante struck again?
Vigilante. Vigilante Night Piercer bestows justice to LA streets. Oh, okay, so we are in LA. Interesting. I guess it did say Chinatown. So we're not in China, we're just in Chinatown. The officer drops the morning paper in front of her. As her eyes land on the headline, her coffee suddenly smells bitter.
The vigilante Night Piercer bestows justice to LA streets. Ugh, so melodramatic. Who got hit this time?
Some rich varsity boys. They got in the news over some hazing incident that put a teammate into the ICU. But you know how it is. Strings are pulled and all the charges went away.
Ah, nice. So the vigilante is the good guy here.
But get this. All of them were found penned up on the school's fencing this morning. And with those injuries, looks like they can kiss college football goodbye.
Hate to say it, but I gotta side with the vigilante on this one. Those kids were monsters. Still.
We're the police, and crime is crime. Doesn't matter how scummy the victims might be.
I mean, it matters. Look, I'm just saying. If they're gonna target rich people, then it's not that big a deal.
The arcane skill this guy cast, using those needles? It's like he's trying to imitate Detective CO7. What's up with that?
What's up with that? What if they are Detective CO7? Whoever the fuck that is.
CO7? Like from the movie series? Don't act so surprised I've seen them. You know I love movies about Arcanum.
Don't act so surprised I've seen them. No one act surprised. Like...
So, do we got anything?
Have you seen the look on Chief Eldon's face yet?
Eldon? But have we found their ring? Poitier looks over at the deputy chief's office. Deputy chief's office? Squinting as she tries to see through the slated blinds.
Hot damn. I know that look. Wasn't the last time when he found out his daughter was dating some jackass crook? I know this Night Piercer guy's been tricky, but is it really that bad?
You don't know the half of it. The pressure's been building on him. Now, apparently the up-tops are sending us some support.
Yeah.
Some cadet from the Vigils Bureau. I guess they've decided we're not working hard enough, or something.
And yeah, you
Vigils
haven't caught him yet.
From the Foundation? Aren't they only responsible for the Arcanum crimes that'll cause serious consequences?
Murder doesn't cause serious consequences.
I don't see how this Night Piercer guy is their kind of trouble. Besides, how's a Vigil even going to help us? They don't know the city like we do. And not even a full agent, just a cadet. Wait, did you say cadet?
Wait, did you say cadet? Yes, you repeated back, cadet. Poyatier's head snaps back to the officer, her eyes wide. She can't just let that word slide by without notice. At least not
You heard
after
me.
giving it a
Apparently, they
while.
decided this is gonna be a thing. Send the cadets along to assist and test their chops. So now we're not just dog catchers, we're babysitters too.
Now get over yourself, you'll be fine.
Is this some kind of joke?
No, they're very serious.
Your words, my lips.
The chief said
Your
it's
words,
a chance to
my
develop
lips.
a better working relationship
What?
between us and the Vigils. I think Brass just wants to cozy up with the St. Pavlo Foundation.
She downs the rest of her coffee and tosses the empty cup into the trash. Even though it was like it was a full mug.
Yeah.
So that shit was just a
would
huge
explain the
waste.
look on Eldon's face. So what? Anyone know when this cadet is due? Or hell, anything useful at all?
No, we know
I
nothing
heard tell it's
useful.
some Chinese girl from a famous family of arcanists. She's got a mega powerful familiar, and that's why the Vigils recruited her.
Really? Just for her familiar? That can't be the only reason. Did she at least, like, score well on her tests?
She hasn't taken any tests.
Apparently, she didn't even take the test.
Oh, I
She
was
still
right.
in training when she was picked. No field experience at all.
Epic. Hell yeah. Poyatier tries to maintain her steely demeanor, but the frustration proves too much to contain. Damn it. She's gonna come in with no experience, and she's gonna be better than all of us.
So you
Like,
mean this girl's a
instantly.
total liability? Some spoiled rich kid debutante looking for a chance to polish her resume?
Yes. The officer lets out a dry chuckle, but her reply is about to leave her lips. Her eyes flick behind Poyatier and her tone changes.
Not exactly what I said.
They wouldn't put just anyone in this position. The office falls silent as all eyes turn to an unfamiliar figure standing in the doorway.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I have a fucking giant old-timey cell phone? Oh, with the handcuffs on.
I'm Vigil Cadet Liang Yue from the St. Pavlo Foundation, Vigil's Bureau, reporting for duty, ma'am. Could you please point me to Deputy Chief Alden?
I am looking for his ring.
He's in his office.
Poyatier is the one to break the silence. She jerks her off, her head toward the office in the corner as she speaks.
I see. Thank you.
You see? Thank you. Oh god, she has a very tiny ear. She offers a slight nod, and under the scrutiny of every officer present, makes her way to the deputy chief's office. As soon as the door is shut, murmurs break out like wildfire.
That's our princess? I've seen street rats bigger. I bet I could lift her up with one hand.
Well, that's
Don't
beside
forget
the
her
point.
familiar. Though, I don't see it now. So she must be a summoner.
Lucky her. I wish my great-great-great-grandpa left me something like that.
True.
So what's Eldon gonna do? No way he's letting this baby rat scurry into our investigation. I'll show her the door myself if he'll let me.
If you'll let me.
Guaranteed our Vigil to be is a spoil airheaded legacy pick. I can't imagine she's the type to follow orders.
Guys, we won't get any answers just sitting here.
Guys, we won't get any answers by just shit-talking her constantly. We gotta realize she's the banner character, and none of us have eyes.
Yeah, you're right. I need to get back to work. Josh is out on leave, so I've got to cover all his cases.
Hey, hold on. I've got a way to get the scoop on this girl.
Before Poyatier can walk away, you don't hear me say, she grabs her sleeve and with a knowing look on her face, indicates toward the deputy chief's office.
Liang Yue. Specially recommended by the Foundation's East Asia branch for selection into the Vigils Bureau. Top of class during your training. Selected to serve as the pilot for the Vigil Cadet Field Training Program with the LAPD Division for Arcane Affairs.
It is weird how much time we spent in, like, America. Because we've been in California twice, and Texas once, and is that all? Yeah, then we've been all over the place, geographically, kinda. Because, like, saying California and Texas are even somewhat similar geographically is kinda wrong, not really true. Ooh, a little weird art mistake there with her hair, like, flipping through her ear. What is this getup? This getup is so wild.
It's an impressive resume.
Thank you, sir. Actually, it's not that...
Did I ask for an explanation?
Her voice falters for a moment. Oh, man.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then don't give me one. You talk when I tell you to talk. You sit when I tell you to sit, and you do exactly as I say when I say. Do I make myself clear?
Cringe.
Yes,
gross. Sir. On the other side of the thin walls of the office, the officers exchange smirks as they listen in on their conversation.
Classic Elden. Reminds me of the good old days.
Good? The hell was so good about them? Think you've taken one too many smacks on the noggin. Still, she isn't as stuck up as I expected.
And she's probably a wuss. I figured she was gonna backtalk him. More like a meek little mouse than a rat.
God, they love shit talking. They press their ears against the walls and fall silent once again.
I've been told you're here to assist us in catching the vigilante known as Nightpiercer. But one look at you tells me you don't have the chops.
You don't have the chops. Not of the pork variety, at the very least. I told you to bring them. Where are they? Oh, he also has a little chameleon friend.
I'll bet you're greener than any rookie on my force. Now, Liang, answer me. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have seemingly a gun and, like, a dragon I can summon.
On this beat, you're going to encounter arcane crime that is worse than anything you've seen in your training. Beyond your imagination. Are you prepared?
Yes, sir.
You won't.
When it comes to dealing with arcanist criminals, you need wits and you need strength. One mistake and you could end up in a casket on that long flight back home. So I ask again, are you up to this challenge?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. I have nothing else to do. I don't really have anything else here. I need to do the story.
No, you aren't.
He pulls a newspaper from a drawer and slams it onto the desk.
Read it.
Johnny 3 times captured. Scammer defrauds elderly, leading to tragic death and grieving family.
The arcanist scammer Johnny 3 times has been apprehended. Using his arcane skill, Ominous Obeisance, he manipulated his victims to do anything he asked, specifically transferring all their money to him.
Manipulated. I love that.
In order to successfully cast his arcane skill, he requires his target to answer yes 3 times in 1 minute.
What? That's such an oddly specific thing.
If you had been dealing with him, he'd already have you dumping your trust fund into his bank account. Or worse.
Epic. So, you just have to answer in different ways. Like, you can't say yes 3 times. You can say it 2 times. But after that, you have to say affirmative or some bullshit. And if you say affirmative, that doesn't count.
With all due respect, sir, that isn't a fair evaluation. I wouldn't have answered you that way if you were not my commanding officer.
Fair? There is no fair when it comes to arcanists. You've read the headlines about this guy and think you know what to expect? But what if he had abilities the news didn't know about? What if he could disguise himself?
What if I'm him right now? And pulls off his head. It was a mask.
Or do you think that crooks just leave their resumes behind at the crime scene?
You gotta be smart. Every arcanist has oddly specific, like, non-predictable powers that you have to account for. For a brief moment, she is at a loss for words.
No, sir.
This article was published a week ago. If you were as ready as you claimed, you should have known about this con man and his arcane skill. If you had any smarts, you'd have at least figured out I was probing you.
How dare you not read our English newspaper, Chinese girl,
But you didn't.
who came here from China.
I don't know what the Foundation and your vigils teachers taught you. Frankly, I don't care. Because you don't have the practical skills necessary to keep yourself alive on these streets. I will absolutely not put a kid like you on the Night Piercer case.
His cold voice carries through the wall. The officers outside exchange glances.
Cold and ruthless as a Minnesota winter. Elgin's never been a people person. Guess that's why they keep him stuck down here with us.
I don't know. I agree with him. But he's being pretty rough on her.
She's definitely too young for this. What you think? She gonna cry?
Gonna piss shit in your pants.
Look, if she can't handle the chief, then she can't handle this city.
Is that right? I seem to remember someone's eyes going red a few times on her first day.
What? Shut up! I didn't.
What? You're not allowed to have memories. Fuck you.
Listen.
They fall silent again, waiting to hear what fate will befall the young vigil
End
cadet.
of discussion. If you want to call home to your daddy or the Foundation and get reassigned somewhere else, be my guest. But as long as you're in my department, you'll follow my rules. For now, I'll assign you some of the lighter cases. This is grunt work, kid. Try not to mess it up.
Hold on. I've got a bad feeling.
Poyetier's eyes widen, but it's too
Area
late to
Poitier
act.
will be your partner and field training instructor.
Yay!
She'll be happy to help you adjust. Isn't that right, Officer Poitier?
Poitier, hey! Hey Poitier, we're doing a buddy cop movie. You fucking idiot. How did you not expect this to happen? You have a model and everything. Poitier can't help but mutter a curse under her breath.
Crap. Guess my day isn't getting any easier.
To be continued. Movie. Oh. With a professional production team, limitless budget, and official sponsorship, our marketing prowess is unmatched. Turn on the TV. Close companions, everyone's best friends. The earliest of these companions can be traced back to the east, where the Jianxi befriended the powerful Jiandao beast. Together they battled against evil and maintained peace and harmony. To this day, the Lang family still takes pride in the bond their ancestors shared with Qiaoling, the Xinjiao beast. The Xiao beast protect the world, a story familiar to every child, often whispered by their mothers to soothe them to sleep. But it's not just a legend. Close companions also exist around us. Your gray-headed chickadee poet, your imaginary wolf friend, your changeling childhood playmate, who replaced you when you were a kid, for you to be eaten. They've long been a part of our lives and have become our most loyal friends. Now it's your turn to find your own close companions, or perhaps get one for the kids. Thanks to the new Bagel Critter Rehab Center, Critter Companions are coming to every home. Special thanks to the St. Foundation for providing the campaign footage featured in this program. Oh yeah, and that's how we're making bank with the fucking critters. Boom, 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 boom. What we're looking for? Genuine and passionate individuals. Help us show the world what we do. This is not a business ad. Insert DVD. We are the Vigils Bureau. Is there an Arcanum situation you're dealing with? Got a dispute with your Arcanist neighbor? Don't worry, we're here to help. Call the police and have them shot in an instant. Don't worry, we're definitely the good guys here. Committed to upholding the Vigils mediation code, protectors of peace in every situation. Whether it's for you or your local police, we've got your back. Next time, leave this to the Foundation's PR department. These guys are hopeless at this, the senior remarked, sealing away the footage while struggling to keep a straight face. I'm getting a headache. Their evaluations will just have to be postponed for another 3 months. Good. Put down the donut, drop the radio, and lick the sugar off your fingers. This is no joke. We don't joke around here. We're dead serious about all the people who are now dead.
Here we are. Get out.
Here we are. Leave my sight. I will kill you.
First case of the day. Anytime regular beat cops find a case related to Arcanum, they'll call it into dispatch. And then we get to come mop it up.
Of course, that is if they haven't already shot him
dead. This is what
dead.
we call a basic Arcanum incident. The bread and butter of our work, kid. It's not often that we get anything urgent, but you've got to stay on your toes. But to be honest, I hope we don't get anything big today. Last thing I want is to take a rookie like you into a real emergency.
But that will be exactly what you get. Because that's how the buddy cop movie works. It's how we gotta do things around here. I hope so too. Clearly I am not ready. I answered yes 3 times, and now all of my information and bank account is gone.
That's yes, ma'am. You got me?
You got me?
You're probably thinking I'm trying to put you in your place, huh? That I'm just bossing you around.
Correct.
But get off your high horse, princess. Because as long as I'm your field instructor, you need to show some respect.
Get off your high horse, because I'm getting on my high horse, and it's higher than yours. So go fuck yourself. My horse is huge. This is the pro tip her colleagues gave her before she left. If your trainee has powerful connections, you've got 2 choices. Either make sure they know who's in charge from day 1, or spend the rest of your day sucking up to them. But it seems she and her colleagues were worrying over nothing.
But I don't have a horse, and I didn't think you were bossy. I'm honored to have you as my partner and field instructor. I look forward to learning under you.
Oh, she doesn't know about that expression. Oh, that would be very cute, actually, of not knowing about certain, like, English expressions, like, get off your high horse. Because it's like, if you're just learning the language, you're not gonna know shit like that. That's a weirdly specific, thing to have to learn. Pretty humble coming from a big shot cadet. Poitier narrows her eyes, only to be met with an earnest, slightly puzzled gaze.
Is there something wrong with what I said, ma'am?
I'm still learning the language.
Are you just that much of a pushover? Or is this all an act?
You can't be a genuinely nice person. That's not how this works. You're either a fucking pushover or a con man. Those are the only two options.
Pardon? I don't quite understand.
Nothing. Just keep close. You never know what can happen with these cases.
Ding dong. They take their last few steps up to the door and ring the bell. Heavy footsteps approach from within, and the door is flung open with a bang.
Finally! Do you know how long I've been waiting? Those monsters are at it again! Do something!
Do you know how long I've been waiting? Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking break. You have no idea. Do you know how much my manicure costs? Such an enthusiastic welcome isn't exactly what the Vigil Cadet was expecting. She turns her head only to see her instructor comfortably positioned a few feet behind her. Looks like she'll have to handle this one on her own.
Please remain calm, ma'am. We're here now, and we won't let them hurt you. Am I correct that you reported there are critters that have broken into your house? Could you describe them for us? Do you have an idea how many?
Ugh, I don't know. Like a ton? A bunch? 2.5 buttloads? I didn't stick around to count them.
God, her sprite does not match her voice at all. Like, they took a default girl sprite, but they didn't make a Valley Girl model, I guess. That makes sense. But I love that. It's like, I don't know, like a ton? Like 20? A billion? Who's to say? Even among the woman's chaotic shouting, useful information can be extracted. Lang quickly formulates a plan.
So, there are many of them. In that case, I suggest we split up, ma'am. You could stay here and keep the lady safe, and send me to take the critters down. Given we're in the city, I suspect them to be tamed, and it's possible that someone may be controlling them. Once we've established their type, we may be able to deduce the incantation that's controlling them. Some incantations can be easily traced, such as the manipulation incantation or the shadow incantation.
She said manipulation a little bit better. She said it slightly better. That's improvement. Oh, that's so fun. What if we get to the end of this and she's actually able to say manipulation, like, fully correct? That would be the true character development I'm looking for.
There they are!
Please stay behind me, ma'am. We are... they?
She freezes mid-step, her eyes locking onto the corner of the yard. From the shadow, a row of plump creatures waddles into view.
Is this... This appears to be a Moncelo, a new breed of crater from the Miss New Bible Crater Rehabilitation Center, endorsed by the LSCC. They are medium to large in size and classed as non-aggressive.
Wait, it's New Babel? I thought it was New Bagel. Oh my god, my dyslexia has been misreading her name as New Bagel for fucking months. Holy shit. That's impressive.
The Moncelo consumes base arcane materials and extracts the energy from them. They are intended to assist in the arcane production industry. They've been slated for worldwide distribution. But why are they here?
Well, what are you waiting for? Do something! Kill them!
Kill! Murder them.
Oh, ma'am, please don't worry. They will not attack people. And it's against our procedures to kill non-aggressive critters without authorization.
No, that's not true. You're working for the LAPD. You're allowed to kill non-aggressive creatures as much as you want.
My azaleas and the stairs in my lawn, and they almost bit my sweetie's tail off.
Even the ever-composed Vigil Cadet is momentarily at a loss for words.
Your sweetie? I see, ma'am. I will do my best to get them up.
She decides to put off investigating Sweetie's identity for now, but before she can act, a shrill voice interrupts her from outside the yard, and she can hear gunshots from Poitier.
Hey! Don't you dare lay a finger on my precious munchies!
What? Can I help you, sir?
Can I help you, sir?
I knew it. This jerk is my next-door neighbor? He keeps all kinds of these ridiculous smelly critters around. I order you to throw him and all his disgusting little pets in jail.
I want you to arrest him. Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled.
Are you out of your mind? They're just some adorable munchalos. What kind of sicko would want to hurt them?
The shouting match quickly escalates as a barrage of increasingly colorful insults fill the air. Lang glances at her instructor. Poitier simply smirks and shrugs, just not helping at all. Cool, thanks.
What did I tell you, huh?
No, don't have us fight the cows. I don't want to hurt the cows. They're cute. Reduce Munchalo's HP to below 30%. Aw, cringe. Alright. What's good here? Yo, we get to use the new Wing song. I love her.
Just, stand with the others. Like this, then?
Battery checked.
We got this new Wing song outfit, and then she looks so good. I love her. I love when we get garments for free, because I don't want to spend the amount of money they want from me, because I don't have money. Oh no! Officer, this thick dog is making my head spin. It reeks from the stinky, clumsy oaks. Damn it, they're all scurried behind those crates. Well, go ahead, what are you waiting for? Don't listen to this lunatic, officer. If it weren't for her little devil constantly provoking my children, they'd never have stepped onto this filthy yard. Alright, sir, ma'am, please stop arguing. Step aside a little. I'll give you both a satisfactory answer. I need to move these crates first, otherwise these Munchalos will just keep circling around them. There was something I read in the New Babel Critter Training Guide. Munchalos become extremely drowsy after intense activity. Looks like it's time to put that to the test. Huh?
What I'm good at.
Charging. Loading.
These sheets on my wings.
These sheets on my wings.
Faraday's
Total
miracle.
too. Oh, what the fuck?
Aim and shoot.
Yo, that's new. Why are they like that now? Oh no, I killed it. Alright, sir. Please bring your pets to come with us. The police station will handle further processing as needed. Oh, my sweet babies. Daddy's taking you home right now.
Come back. I need your feedback on our session.
Epic. Oh shit, we're back at the cafe. It's not the same
Finally,
cafe.
lunchtime.
But
I'll grab the
we'll pretend it
cheeseburger and
is,
an
because,
Americano.
you know.
Large.
The front door to the diner was barely closed by the time Poitier has shouted out her order. Seems this is just another part of a beat cop's routine. Is ordering
So,
people
some fluffy
around.
Trespassers, an alchemy incident, a noise complaint for a werewolf infected, and a speeding ticket on an unregistered arcane vehicle.
Wait, there are werewolves in this game too? We don't have any werewolves in our ranks.
Honestly, busier than I expected. But it all went smoother than I expected, too. We've earned ourselves a decent lunch, I'd say. So what do you want, princess?
Lang studies the menu on the wall, hesitating to answer.
What? Don't tell me our little visual princess can't stomach a bit of fast food. Better get used to it, kid. We're on a tight schedule. There's no time for fancy dining.
Oh, it's not that. It's just... Are all the restaurants here so expensive? This is the first time I've been to LA, and it seems things cost more than I expected.
Get used to that, kid. That's the thing you should really get used to. Is everything in LA cost $1 billion? Yes. Poitier is taken aback.
What, you broke? You telling me the foundation, can't afford to pay you a decent wage?
What do you think the foundation is made of?
Oh no. It's... my subsidy should be enough for daily necessities. It's only the... I was hoping to save some money, but it seems the prices here won't allow me to. Sorry, please forget it. I'll have a chicken sandwich. Thank you.
Okay.
Their orders placed, the two take a seat at Poitier's usual spot.
All right, question time, rookie. Because I think I've got the wrong impression. What I heard was that you were some pampered rich kid from a crazy old legendary family.
Well, I'm rich. I am rich in the sense that I have a really cool beast that I can summon. But in terms of money, we have no money. After a brief flicker of surprise, Lang's expression shifts. It's as if she expected to hear this question, or at least has grown accustomed to it.
It's true. The Liang family have a long history and many legendary ancestors. But that was a long time ago. Nowadays, we're not so different from any other ordinary family.
Sure. Ordinary. That's definitely what I think of when I see you.
In your weird-ass outfit.
I also heard that you've got a familiar.
You mean Qiangliang?
Qiangliang?
Yeah, sure, that. Come on! It's some mysterious arcane creature from the Far East. Everyone in the DAA is curious about it. Myself included.
And everyone's gonna be like at least mildly racist about it. Don't worry.
So, you gonna show me?
Lang looks a little troubled.
Now? I'm sorry, but I must refuse your request, Miss Poitier. With all due respect, the Qiangliang is a sacred being. It is deserving of great respect. It has a divine mission to expel diseases and evil beings, and has guarded the world through the ages. Maybe that just sounds like old legends, but it's the truth. We've recorded every battle it fought in our family chronicles.
I don't just pull it out as a party trick. Fuck you.
And we're only allowed to borrow its power when we're in the greatest of danger. Please understand that I can't just summon it simply to show it to others.
Okay. I'm not unreasonable, princess. If it's a sacred thing or whatever, I won't bother you over it.
Just say it's a religious thing. I mean, at a certain point. If it's a sacred thing or whatever, like, fuck off. And say like, oh, okay, it's a religious thing. Cool. Alright, I understand. Like, that would be the much more respectable way to answer. Like, oh, if it's sacred or whatever. From Lang's sincerity, it's clear that this isn't just an excuse. Poitier isn't annoyed by it. But she does seem a little bored by the overly serious response. An awkward silence falls at the table. Luckily, the waitress breaks it with the arrival of their meals.
Anyway, I guess I should say you're doing a lot better than I thought today. And I don't just give out compliments, you got that? So take some pride in it.
Take some pride. It's yours now.
But don't get
as long as
cocky
you have
either.
enough rupees.
This was all chump work. You haven't seen the ugly side of this job yet. This morning might have been a cakewalk. But this job can blindside you just like that. Never underestimate anything.
I mean, that first case seems like something that I would rather do murder than do that first case. Like, investigating someone's dead body, infinitely more reasonable than having to deal with people arguing over bullshit. She takes a hefty bite of her burger and launches into a monologue. The food's still rolling around in her mouth. Lang simply looks blank. Poitier finally swallows. Lang just hits her with that fucking expression. You know the one. Just fucking straight face.
Hey, you in there, princess?
I apologize, but in our family, we have a rule. 食不言，寝不语. It means we believe you shouldn't talk when eating or sleeping.
Alright, the eating part I understand, but sleeping? Like, how do you... How do you stop yourself from talking while sleeping? Like, if they catch you sleep talking, will they be really pissed about it in the morning? Like, we noticed you were sleep talking last night. You've brought shame. You piece of shit. You've brought shame upon us.
What? You're kidding. You're trying to say I'm being rude? Or wait, you're serious, aren't you?
Lang sits totally still, her expression unchanging.
What kind of stupid rule is that? Besides, why would anyone be talking while they're asleep? What, like you can't sleep talk? How do you even control that?
Oh shit, she brought up the same thing I brought up. I love when that happens. I love when I point something out and then immediately after, the game points it out too. Poitier appears to be giving the question some genuine thought.
Sorry, maybe I didn't translate it right. It means keep quiet before sleep.
Oh, okay. That's still kind of a weird rule that would be hard to enforce, but alright. For a long moment, Poitier stares at her dumbfounded. Then she slumps back in her seat.
The heck? So many rules. Damn, princess, you must have had a miserable childhood. Let me guess. Every day was courses and training, stuck inside, no books, no movies? Did they even let you watch Saturday morning cartoons? I've heard of kids like you. Sounds worse than jail to me. A childhood like that is rough, kid. It's bad for your head. Bad for the job, too.
Lang furrows her brow a little. She can't follow her thought process at all.
I don't understand why you're upset, Miss Poitier. How is it bad for the job?
How is it bad for the job? My whole life was just... My whole childhood was wasted so that I'd be good at the job. How could it be bad for me? That doesn't make any sense.
Did you check the list of incidents before we set off? There's a case we're going to after lunch. A director that received some kind of threat. She's shooting a film in Chinatown. Anyways, this director's an arcanist, and her movie is all about Arcanum. So it's in our department.
It's technically in our department.
The point is, knowing's half the battle in this job. It'd be easier if you were a cinephile, or at least familiar with films. Maybe then you'd know a thing or two about her.
Oh, what a file!
She's famous for those Detective CO7 films. The first movies to really put a focus on Arcanum and Arcanists. Something about it, though. The detective in those films used a skill a lot like this Night Piercer crook. What's her name again?
We got a copycat
Something
killer.
With an N? No.
Poitier strains to recall the name. She only saw it flash on screen for a moment when she watched the film way back when. In her focus, she fails to notice the flash of surprise on Lang's face.
Noah.
Noir.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, so you...
Yes, I've watched her movies too.
Oh, look at her little cat smile.
I'll be damned. So was it a special reward for getting straight A's, or...?
You make a lot of assumptions about her.
Calling all nearby units. Code 3. We have a hostage situation at City Hall.
Oh shit. The funny little chameleon gives them reports? Oh, that's awesome. The radio announcement cuts their get-to-know-you session short.
Registered Arcanist posing a threat to life. On-scene officers are requesting immediate Arcanist support.
City Hall. We're close by, aren't we?
Aren't we?
Pack up. Lunchtime's over.
But did she eat anything? It didn't seem like she did. I gotta get that food. Oh, what's here? This isn't me nitpicking, rookie. We all had to learn this by heart. Listen up, rookie. Since I'm your instructor, I need to make sure you don't embarrass me out there. Did you review the basic operational guidelines for Los Angeles Arcane Affairs officers before taking this job? Yes. First, all police officers must remain within Los Angeles administrative jurisdiction. God. You know what? I shouldn't be making fun of anyone's English, honestly. I can't fucking speak English. And that's the only language I know, and I can't fucking speak it. Second, we must develop practical and cohesive plans, procedures and strategies to reduce Arcanum-related crimes and behaviors, improve the quality of life for citizens, and maintain harmonious relations between humans and Arcanists. Administrative Procedure 311-09. In civil disputes involving Arcanum, mediation should be prioritized to minimize the impact of Arcanum-related factors, provide citizens with professional guidance, and avoid actions that could escalate conflicts. Oh, you see, that's not how police work. Oh, great. A model student response. Administrative Procedure 320-05. In criminal cases involving Arcanum, Arcane Affairs officers in the vicinity should provide assistance whenever possible, minimizing harm to citizens. With that painfully by-the-book response, you might as well join Internal Affairs. Heard they love that kind of stuff. Let's keep it simple. Remember, big or small, whatever Arcanum is involved, it's up to us, the Arcane Cops, to handle it. But don't worry too much. More often than not, the small stuff outweighs the big stuff. Understood, Inspector Poitier. Should I recite the rest? The rest? No, you sound like you've got that covered. I don't care. On the topic of injury and death compensation. Alright, rookie, that's enough. Shut the fuck up. I'm surprised how long these seem to be taking. They've both been like 30 minutes each. Order and chaos. The two coins side coinage.
I called the hostage, sir! This won't do you any good! Go away!
Go away! Give me back my eyeballs!
Damn! That was close. Where's our backup?
DAA, at your service.
What's the situation?
What's the situation?
See for yourself.
Oh, hell yeah. Ban target. Get out of here, bot boy. The city hall, usually bustling with foot traffic, now stands eerily empty. The reason is immediately clear. knife guy.
Stay back! Stay back! Please! Don't kill me! I'm sorry! I really am! Please let me go. Shut up! It's too late now. Say another word and you are dead! Stay back!
Yes, the cheap voice actor. He swings the blade in his hand wildly, his voice a ferocious, panicked snarl. The crowd on the other side of the police barricade instinctively recoils, but the woman standing just 10 paces away doesn't move an inch.
Hey! Trust me, pal.
Trust me, pal.
You really don't want to do this.
Yo, cutie alert. New cutie just
Who's
dropped.
That? Doesn't look like one of ours.
Just some civvy. She was talking with the suspect before we got here.
That woman.
That woman.
What, you know her? Look familiar or something?
No, just a thought. It's nothing.
No, I don't know anyone. The woman glances towards the officers, seeming to notice their conversation.
People make mistakes. But some mistakes can't be undone. Don't put that blood on your hands, or it'll never wash off.
But I like murder.
Is hurting this guy worth all that pain and guilt?
I wouldn't feel any pain or guilt, though. I would feel very cool and epic about murder.
Sooner or later, he'll get what's coming to him for what he's done. I promise you that.
That is not necessarily true. Her words seem to have an effect. The hostage taker hesitates, his face contorted in pain, his grip on the knife faltering. You fool, you're already in too deep. You're gonna be sent to jail anyway. You might as well kill him.
But I must.
He's distracted. Rookie, time for us to take him down.
Rookie, time for us to murder him in cold blood. Oh, this time we got the... Let's get out the grass gang.
But fine, I'll try to get along.
I'm trying to get along.
Oh, were you looking for me?
Here I am.
I'll do my best.
I wish I could wave. I wish I knew how to control my limbs so that I could wave when I say, here I am.
Trail's still warm.
Facebook? I mean, we're gonna one-shot him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I do like the new look of the damage counter.
I need your feedback on our session.
Look at her fucking cute-ass smile. God, I love her.
Please stand down, sir.
Please stand down, sir. You've been one-shot. Although almost half his size, Lang manages to pin the suspect to the ground. The other officers swarm in, snapping handcuffs around his wrists before he can put up another fight.
Suspect under control. I repeat, suspect under control. No further backup needed.
Suspect under control. He's really sounding like those people on fucking intercoms, like, suspect under control. We've got a thing on here to go to. We're gonna need to here is fucking yeah, can you come down to the burger shop? We need to Looks like this case is wrapped up.
Nice moves. I was kinda hoping we get to see that familiar of yours, though.
I mean, it wasn't that dire of a situation.
A simple threat like this isn't worthy of Qiangliang. I have to reserve its assistance unless absolutely necessary.
So is this just another one of those rules? Or do you mean its help comes with a price tag?
Both.
Both. Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Despite the curtness of her response, her eyes widen a little at Pointier's astuteness. Poitier scowls.
That it?
That it?
What do you mean?
I mean, if it comes with a price
so
tag...
far, every time you talk about the job or your family rules, it's just the surface level stuff. How do you actually feel about any of this?
Feel? I don't have feelings. Lang looks genuinely confused.
How I feel? I don't understand why it would be necessary to mention that.
What do you mean? You absolute buffoon. I don't have feelings.
'Cause we're partners, kid. We've got to trust each other. How am I gonna let you watch my six if I don't even know how you tick?
TikTok. But Lang still doesn't seem to get it. He doesn't really understand how to be human.
You're my partner and instructor during my assignment with the LAPD Division of Arcane Affairs. So I'll do my best to learn from you and complete my work as assigned. I won't slow you down.
She does not get it. She understood like 3/4 of what she said, but that last fourth got muddied in the translation.
That's not what I'm... Forget it.
Huh?
Huh? And then she like pulls out a book. Like, what the fuck is... What? Do I know what fuck means? Do I need to look that up? Lang's tone all but says, my personal feelings don't matter. Poitier gives up trying to argue with someone with such a stubborn, unreadable demeanor. She simply stares at her, quietly seething to herself, fucking livid. Before things can spiral further, the hostage cuts through the tension.
Thank God you took down that lunatic. I'm really grateful, miss. But ain't you a bit young to be an arcane affairs officer? I think I've seen that uniform somewhere else before. You're a vigil, right?
Yes, sir. Wait.
Yeah, that was only once. You're fine. Lang swallows the rest of her words as she stares at the hostage she just rescued, her expression suddenly wary.
I know you. The Arcanist scammer Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. Johnny 3 times.
Ominous obeisance. He manipulated his victim.
Manipulated.
To do anything he asked.
Yeah, we got back the manipulated.
You're that scammer Johnny 3 times.
Oopsie. Guess that's the downside of getting your name in the papers.
Oopsie.
What? Didn't we already book that guy? What's he doing here?
He got a sweetheart deal. A reduced sentence in exchange for revealing where he stashed all the dough he stole. And it was a shitload of money, too. Apparently from some big donors to the mayor's re-election campaign. Of course he demanded he be present for the unveiling of his stash, so they brought him here. That's when this loony attacked the police escort, took him hostage.
Hey! Easy, officer! You've already got me! No need to be so rough with the cuffs!
I mean, are they really lunatic? I feel like
We
they're
should have
kind of
just let that guy ice him.
May I ask, officer, do we know if the man trying to kill him was...
Yeah, he's the son of a victim. This bastard took his mom for all she was worth, and when she found out, boom, heart attack.
Boom, heart attack. He shakes his head, SMH his head, heaving a wary sigh. Johnny 3 times snickers. He's like, hee hee, I got her.
Like mother, like son. He was just as dumb as his doddering old mom. Worse even, because he didn't even catch wise to it. It's a concrete jungle, baby, and it follows jungle rules. Survival of the fittest. Crap for brains here, never had a chance. If it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. What a joke. Imagine keeling over just because you lost a bit of cash.
Imagine keeling over just because you lost your entire fucking financial security. Imagine dying because you have no money. It's almost like that's the entire how society works.
Then we've got this dumbass coming at me with even less of a brain. Think about it. If he killed me, how's he gonna get his money back?
I mean, I don't think it's about the money at that point. I think it's about just killing you. For the sake of killing you.
Asshole.
Shut the fuck up. You love levels a punch to his gut, sending him crumpling to the ground, gasping for air. Hell yeah, police violence. Man, everyone here sucks. We don't have a single good guy here.
Officer Poitier, what are you doing?
Officer Poitier. You're doing a police violence, ma'am.
What? I'm teaching this douchebag a lesson.
But we can't do that. It's against the rules.
No, it isn't. Like, sure, in the books it's against the rules, but in all seriousness, like, who gives it? It's not against the rules. Who's gonna arrest them? The cops? They are the cops. Who's gonna fucking arrest them for it? Lang steps between the two, blocking Poitier from doing any more.
Well, I guess the Vigils are a cut above the trash when it comes to the DAA. Am I right?
Poitier keeps a deep breath as she tries to rein in her frustration.
Let's get this straight, rookie. You don't tell me what to do.
You don't tell me who I can and can't beat the shit out of.
I should have known. You're just the worst kind of cop. Everything by the book, sticking to your high and mighty principles like you know what's best.
You're the worst kind of cop. The kind that won't let me murder innocents. Like, come on. We know this guy isn't innocent. Why can't I kill him? I just want to do a little bit of murder for fun. But no, apparently we gotta do things by the book and not murder people. She lets out a frosty huff and turns away. Oh, she was a rat even as a kid. Oh, that fucking douchebag. Oh, snitch. Oh no, she was born a snitch. It's genetic. Then you're a rat. I didn't really care if you wanted to come along, but now you go and snitch on us? I told you we shouldn't have invited her. She's a fucking snitch. Wait, don't go. Why are you mad at me? I don't understand. Genetic born snitch. The clamor of fearful voices cuts her off.
Somebody stop him!
How did he get away? How did anyone in this situation get away? Exorcisms. Shh. The device is connected. It's calling your name. You can hear it go, "Hey, Dua, get over here."
Stay back! Help me! Help!
Oh, they let the fucking knife guy go. The city hall has been plunged back into chaos. Back in we go for round 2, baby. Johnny lets out a shriek, scrambling to get as far away as possible.
Get away!
Get away. Oh. He hurls the officer aside. Blood drips down his fingers from the thumb he broke to slip his hand out of his cuffs. Ooh. Oh, this guy is for real. This is a guy you don't fuck with. He's got nothing to lose. He moves with inhuman strength, fighting off the approaching officers with ease.
Out of my way! I will kill you. I will kill you all!
I'll kill every last one of them. High? How the fuck is he gonna do this while high? Maybe if he was on crack or something, then you'd have a case, but...
No, I don't think this is drugs.
This is innate human
It's an arcane
spirit.
skill. I sense some kind of evil spirit.
Ooh, innate arcanum spirit.
I think I can stop him, ma'am.
Tension between them has been totally forgotten. The situation is urgent. Poitier gives a sharp nod.
Fine. Whatever it is, whatever you think you can do it.
Sure, do
I
the
will.
thing.
This is my duty.
Do a flip, girl. Lang gives a firm nod before rushing towards the suspect. Ooh.
I must kill this bastard!
Basta!
Who are you?
Please stay calm, sir.
Da 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 da
I'm
da.
just here to make a phone call.
What? A phone call?
Yes.
Yes, and I have to
you
do
are
it
going to make it.
conspicuously near you.
Who are you dialing?
911.
强梁既出，王有不为。斩杀凶旧，
Banish
消
all,
劫不祥。
banish all evil and cleanse thy spirit. Yo, you get to see your cool monster friend. Damn, I can't believe that PNG just ate him. That's crazy. That's awesome, dude. I'm such an asshole.
Program activated.
Oh, the evil spirits. Hello, friends. Something is coming out of his body. Watch yourself, rookie. What is this? It seems to be some kind of non-corporeal specter. No, that's not right. I don't sense any ghostly aura around them. They must be ghost plagues. Ghost plagues? The hell are those? According to Eastern records, they're entities that bring calamity, disease, and malevolent curses. But this time, astonishingly, these ghost plagues have taken on human form. I don't know why yet, but something must have triggered their transformation. Officer Poitier, please step back. My duty alongside Kia Leng has always been to drive out these ghost plagues. It's time to put an end to their disturbance. Nice. Ghost.
Or this one. Charging. Loading.
Ghost plague.
To transcribe.
Oop. Alright, well. One shot is all it takes
just
for me to
another day
kill
on the
these
job.
guys. Fucking ghost plague.
No! My head! I'm so sorry, Mama.
Ooh, I don't wanna die. Oh wait, Mama, I killed a man. With one last gargled whisper, the man collapses. The officers around him remain frozen, still too wary to approach.
Should we cuff him?
Allow me. But I believe we should bring him to the hospital to be checked over immediately.
Immediately.
Think you can handle him? We got this con man to take care of.
She follows the older officer's gaze. Not long ago, Johnny 3 Times was brimming with arrogance. Now he's a crumpled heap on the floor. A dark stain has formed on the crotch of his pants. Oh no.
God, what a loser.
He has pissed himself over having his life threatened twice. What a loser. What a loser. What a dweeb. You had your life threatened twice in a day? What a fucking loser, man. This guy's a phony. Poitier sneers, shaking her head as she turns away. She hesitates, then shifts her gaze to Lang.
So, you know what I'm about to say, right?
That tiger was pretty fucking cool. Lang looks visibly confused, although more understandably this time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is that what you want? For me to say it? Sorry.
Ah, the blush is so
I felt
cute.
bad for that guy, but there was nothing we could do for him while he was possessed. If it weren't for you, we might have shot him.
Might have.
Well done, Visual Liang. And please just forget what I said. I was out of line.
The moment her apology ends, she turns her head, unwilling to see Lang's reaction. But after a long pause, there is no response.
Say something.
I'm giving up on you! She looks back to see Lang frozen in surprise.
Oh, right.
It's
It's okay. I didn't take it to heart.
I don't take anything to heart. I don't have emotions. I've been repressing them for years.
Good.
Hee.
Who's there?
Who the fuck are you? A stifled laugh hits their ears. Poitier springs back like a startled cat.
Sorry, I shouldn't eavesdrop. It's a bad habit.
No, it's a good habit. You gotta be nosy sometimes in life.
It's just... You remind me of my friends back in the old days.
You're the lady that tried to help us soothe him. Thank you for the help. It could have turned out much worse if you hadn't been there. Thank you again.
Thank you again. A second
That's
time.
too kind of you, young Vigil. I just did what anyone should. Really, it was you and your partner that were the real heroes.
Oh no, a bootlicker.
You're too modest, ma'am. Actually, forgive me for asking.
Look at the little cat mouth. It's
Haven't
just
I
a
seen
small
your face
one.
before?
He studied the woman's face for quite some time before speaking this thought aloud. They haven't met in person, no. It was in some other way. But how? Where? She has barely begun forming the words when the woman gives her the answer.
Good to know that someone still remembers those old flicks, even after all these years.
I mean, you're looking good for what apparently it's been years. The features of the face beneath the beret overlap with the face of Lang's memories, but the face she remembers lacks the maturity and composure of the woman before her. That face was brimming with youthful confidence, full of fire and energy. But one thing has remained the same, those bright, shining eyes like stars twinkling on silver screens and television sets.
Yes, from the movies. That's right. You are...
You are from the movies. Movie. I need to blow my nose real quick. Yes, you are Jessica Movie.
Oops, you got me. I'm casing. Or were you hoping I'd say Detective CO7?
CO7. Not to be confused with 007. Very different. Not at all the same. This detective is Chinese. She winks at the two dumbfounded officers. What a coincidence that we were just talking about you. Although it's not really that much of a coincidence since, you know, we're going to the director of those movies.
You'll need to wait for now.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor. Give me the news. I got
her
a
pad
bad
is
case
ideal,
of loving
that saves
you.
us a lot of digging. Eric Wong, 43, runs a grocery store in Chinatown.
Man, everything's coming up Chinatown
Let's
today.
see. The only family member we've got is his wife, a Lillian Lau, who immigrated to the States 10 years ago. Both have no criminal record, totally clean.
This was a man driven to his one bad day.
He's an arcanist, apparently, and a powerful one at that. But no reports of any prior misuse of Arcanum. His car was found near the crime scene, all filled up with potatoes and carrots from the wholesalers. Either this was just a spur-of-the-moment wacko move, or some bizarre attempt at a tuber-based alibi. Anyway, we've contacted his wife, and she should be here soon. Maybe we'll get some more clues from her. Yo, Liang, you listening?
You listening? Are you paying attention to me at all?
You're right.
No, I was not. I was reading the sign. I was reading the center guidance, the guidelines here. I needed to make sure I have them all memorized before I go in here. The answer is obvious. No. Poitier takes a deep breath.
Earth calling Liang!
Whoa! The sudden shout snaps Lang out of her daze.
Officer Poitier, we're in a hospital. We should keep quiet.
It says so on the guidance.
But that didn't seem likely to bring you back to Earth, Space Cadet. So what's got you lost in space now?
I'm just thinking.
I am not in space. I am on Earth, I think.
About what?
About Miss Qixing.
I saw a movie start today. Very curious.
Right. I guess you're really into those movies, huh? It's all good, boo. I get the picture now. Our little CO7 fan sneaking into the cinema behind her parents' back. You know, you're beginning to almost seem human, princess.
You're beginning to almost seem human.
At first, I thought you might be an android. Like those Laplace bots they've got writing parking tickets for us.
I actually am an android. She takes off her arm. Liang looks as if she wants to argue, but at the last moment she stops herself and realizes, well.
In fact, I do like Miss Qixing's CO7 movies very much. Her character means a lot to me.
Oh, is that the reason why you decided to be a visual?
Oh, you're that kind of autistic.
Specifically, yes. It's the reason I decided my destiny was to be in the police. But back to the topic. I was thinking about Miss Qixing, but it wasn't because I like her or anything like that.
I am not gay. Trust me. I was not thinking about her like that. She shakes her head, her gaze sharpening, her brow furrowed slightly.
It's just that her being here made me think about Night Piercer. Miss Qixing has a similar arcane skill to the one he appears to use. She called it Silver Needle. She even performed it in her movies.
Yeah.
Could that really just be a coincidence?
Well, it's more so possible that the person doing the crime is just imitating the arcane skill in effect.
Huh?
You know, inspired, you know? The officer knits her brow as if she's just been hit with a bad joke, but Liang, deep in thought, continues.
And what she said felt meaningful in some way.
Like she was hinting us towards the plot. 1 hour earlier. Why are we jumping to an hour earlier?
It's a great pleasure to meet you, Miss Qixing. I grew up watching your films.
I grew up watching your film.
But what are you doing here in LA? I mean, if it's okay to ask?
Sure,
God,
not a problem
the
at all.
fucking way she's saying it is so good. Like, Qixing sounds way more like atoned to English, which makes sense. She's a movie star. She probably has had to speak English quite a lot, and thus her voice actor reflects that, in that she can speak English much better. And much more naturally, I guess is the best way to put it. Though she was once a star known across the nation, Qixing speaks warmly and without airs. It's like she's chatting with an old friend.
Is it Miss Noah?
Noah?
I heard she's planning a new film.
Oh, so you heard the news? It's been a long time since I last saw her. You're right though, kid. I've got something I need to talk to her about.
Of course. That's great.
The little cat mouth is so cute.
And the Dushu Festival is coming soon.
The Dushu.
I hope you all go to the Shehuo Parade in Chinatown. It'll be so much fun to see you there.
Huh?
Huh? The quiet, reserved Liang has suddenly turned chatty. Poitier stares at her. She's like an entirely different person. Her autism has kicked in and now she won't shut up.
Shehuo. Is it really that time of year again?
You don't like the parade?
You don't like the parade? Oh no, my parade.
Of course I do. I like every bit of it. Watching people eat, perform, and come together to celebrate the end of the year, and to pray for peace and good luck in the next. I like the pure and simple wish that the Shehuo Parade carries. But it always reminds me of the ending.
What ending?
The ending of my life. Yu Jing falls silent, shaking her head, but no more explanation is needed. Liang's memories have come back to her.
You mean the ending of the last film in the CO7 series?
She must have guessed correctly. Yu Jing's eyes widen a little, then she gives a small nod.
Yes. I know lots of people like that ending. A reflection of reality, they say. Tragedy leaves people with a deeper impression than comedy. But as for me, I hated it. The good guys failed and the bad guys won? What kind of an ending is that? Maybe we don't get a say in how things work in reality. But in stories we can. We should.
We should always have a good ending.
Reality itself is tragic enough already. Why should a movie remind us of how absurd things really are? What goes around comes around. That's what people want to see in the movies.
That seems to be what you want to see, just in general. And no, what goes around comes around. That's what it should be. Her tone is turned unusually serious for a discussion about film, but these words strike a chord with Liang.
I agree with you. When I was little, I also didn't like how it ended. Maybe it's true that reality can't guarantee us true justice, but I still want to see justice being served, at least in fiction.
This response seems to earn Kui Xiang's approval.
I feel the same way. Pardon me for asking. That beast you summoned was something else. It reminded me of a certain creature, a legendary beast from the north of China. 強梁既出，網有不為。斬殺兇徒。
Why is this appearing so slowly? Arise, quiet. What is this? What was that? We accidentally set it to like 0.1 times the speed of appearing. Banish all evil and cleanse this place.
That must make you a descendant of the Liang family, right?
Oh, that's my name actually, yeah. Something in Xiaojing. Qixing gaze meets Liang, feel as though she's standing too close to an open flame, but even so, she answers truthfully.
Yes, I'm Liang Yue, from the Liang family of the 12 Zhens.
Liang Yue. Liang Yue.
Liang Yue.
It's a good name, little Vigil. I'll keep it in
I
mind.
misheard that for a second. It's a good name, little bitchel. I'll keep it in mind. And I'm a fae, so I just stole your name, actually. It's mine now. You can't have it back. Teehee. And then Flutterpage comes in and is like, oh, it happened to you too, huh? Yeah, that happened to me earlier. Don't worry. Yeah, no. It's natural. It happens. Where the fuck did these things go? There you are. Alright, check your gear. If you're missing so much as a damn paperclip, speak up now. Rookie, where's your chameleon comms? Lost it? I think I still have it. Look, right there. It's just gone into camouflage. Maybe Xiaoling showed up, scared it into hiding. Xiaoling? That electric tiger of yours? The one that lives in your phone? This old brick phone was the relic I used during my first summoning of Xiaoling. It became the token of our bond. When I use this phone to call Xiaoling, it will answer. Wild! It's like something straight out of those TV shows. But using a phone for rituals? I thought rituals from your side of the world would be more traditional? Like those dancing shadow puppets you've got. That's an excellent guess. Previous generations of summoners in my family did use shadow puppetry to call Xiaoling, but that was centuries ago. Oh, so does that make you a once-in-a-century kind of genius? Not really. I was just lucky that the phone is a more convenient method than shadow puppetry. There it is. You're still as humble as ever, princess. Can you summon Xiaoling again? I owe to thank you for the help earlier. I wouldn't recommend it. Calling Xiaoling without a good reason might make it angry and... The calls are really expensive. The calls are really expensive. It costs actual money to call him. It's a long distance call, but it's like real long distance, cause it's in like the fucking spirit realm. So like, you have no idea the amount of bank toll it builds up. Deleted scene. Good thing it wasn't live. We'll just cut this part out. Turn on the TV. It doesn't matter what channel. Tonight's guest star is a brilliant young actress you've seen in CO7 Part 1 and CO7 Part 2. Now she's returning for the upcoming CO7 Part 3. Though honestly, why not call them CO8 and CO9? Anyways, please welcome Qi Xing. And then, you know what Noir said? She said we're wrapping up, so we might as well use all the explosives. And your reaction to the explosion wasn't just your stellar acting. I'd like to think some of it was, but that wide-eyed reaction when the explosion shockwave hit me, that was definitely real. No more big fireworks for Part 3, I take it. You must have used them all up in the last one. 50-50. What's that? 50-50. Either this film ends the series with a bang or flops on its face because of its garbage excuse for an ending it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I think we're about to head into spoiler territory. Before Noir sues us, let's cut to commercial. Hey, you can't give a bad opinion about the movie you're in. That's really bad etiquette. You're never gonna be hired again, sweetie. Ba-dum-bum, 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 ba-dum-bum. People generally prefer to maintain their distance before promises are made. Hold up, before we get to that, I want to check. Oh, 22, okay. So how should I split this up if there's 22? We'll have to see. Oh god, what notices did I get? Oh god, there's more shit? I just checked this not that long ago. Celebi, Tuesday, and Xunajing. Oh yeah, I got the critter. I did some of the critter shit off stream. And there's a lot of critter shit to do, it seems. What the hell is here? Before rainy seasons. Oh yeah, I did do that. Okay. Yeah, and these, event has ended. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Bum bum ba dum bum ba dum ba da dum bum. You know what? I kind of want to speedrun how quickly we can do these. Because I feel like we can get these done in so quickly. Like one shot, two shot them kind of deal, you know?
Or
You.
to transcribe.
One shot. Oh, they're taking more hits this time. Damn. Alright, I see you. Fine enough. I guess that's fair. Yo, I love the stylization they added here.
Did I miss something?
Oh no, I've been punched.
This book? Or this one? Like a metaphor?
There it is.
Wait. Was
I helpful timekeeper? Please say I was. I'm just a little baby. She's so baby girl coded. She is just a precious little angle.
I'll do my best.
Do a 2 for here. Then we do a U and a U.
Faraday's miracle.
These pages, I don't know how to read. Oh no. Punch. Oh, he does have 3 stacks of... Oh, 5 stacks of Judaism. That's crazy. That's an absurd amount of Judaism.
Allow me to double
Trail's still warm.
I guess I'll take this. It doesn't really matter. I feel like this is gonna kill him, yeah. Lucy is so fucking insane. Why is she so powerful?
Long-term mission.
Other side, same coin. Normally...
I read an article about the conflicts between Miss Qixing and the other 2 producers of the CO7 series.
The other 2 producers? Is she a producer?
Before, I thought it was only rumors. But now, thinking over what she said, what if it's true?
What if she was secretly a
What am I saying?
producer?
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Then stop pouting over it, Princess. We've got work to do.
Our job isn't to think, it's to shoot first, ask questions later. In the hallway of the Laplace Rehabilitation Center Cooperative Hospital, Jesus Christ. The hallway of the Laplace Rehabilitation Center Cooperative Hospital is bustling with people. Lost in thought, all alone, Leanne is jolted back to reality. Up there goes gravity by a firm clap on the back.
You want to bet on how many people in LA have similar arcane skills? Come on, it's a total coincidence. You don't really think they're the same person, do you? That'd be nuts.
That'd be nuts. That'd be such an easy twist.
Detective CO7 we're talking about. Sure, she's been retired from acting for a while, but she's like super famous.
She's been retired from acting for a while because of the shit she said on that talk show that got her blacklisted from the industry.
If she was gonna go all kooky and start taking out crooks like she was the real CO7, why wait all this time? It's been years since her last movie, and we're only just dealing with this Nightpiercer guy now. Besides, it's not like it's a crazy unusual type of arcane skill. Who knows? Maybe this Nightpiercer guy is a fan of Detective CO7's films too. Can't rule out anything yet.
Yeah, that is the more logical place to start.
You okay in there? Did I knock the wind out of you?
Did I clap you on the back too hard and now you're dying?
It's okay. I'm fine.
Oh, that is what happened. She fucking slapped her on the back so hard she died. Just immediately dies of cringe. Liang shakes her head. Poitier, still bewildered and perhaps feeling a little guilty, insists that she didn't mean to hit her so hard. Not that it matters. At least the sudden smack did the trick in pulling Liang out of her spiraling thoughts. Neither the test results nor the suspect's family has arrived yet. Liang makes her way to the vending machine at the far end of the hallway with the coins Poitier dropped in her hand as a half-hearted apology and buys herself an orange juice. But that absurd thought, that ridiculous guess from earlier, it still refuses to leave her mind.
Forget it. Just like you said, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it makes some amount of sense. All attempts to push the thought from her mind are failing. That is, until a frantic voice cuts through the air.
But you're injured, ma'am. You can't just leave.
I'm totally fine. It's just a tiny smidge of damage. I can fix it myself.
Yo, what's up? Another robot girl.
You call a broken arm a smidge? Need to let us treat it immediately.
Look, a broken arm for a human is a big deal. A broken arm for a robot? No, who cares? I'm fine.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? The doctor recognizes her uniform immediately.
Are you a vigil? Could you help me stop this girl? She's trying to leave with a broken arm. She was in an accident. But since she's woken up, she's refused to let us examine anything. She might not be our normal kind of patient, but we're doctors. We can't let someone leave when they need immediate medical attention.
I mean, shouldn't she get, like, a mechanic or something instead of a normal doctor?
A vigil?
Oh. Expression.
I'm in a hurry now. I'm gonna miss my bus.
I'm gonna miss my bus. Beneath the girl's clothing, the exposed skin has a cold metallic sheen. That must be what the doctor meant by not our normal kind of patient. She's a dog. Liang notices the emblem on her chest, making her an employee of the St. Pavlov Foundation. How odd that she have seen a panicked reaction at the sight of a vigil.
There'll be another bus, but you only have one buddy.
Buddy.
You should listen to the doctor. Sit down and wait until you're cleared to leave.
I mean, if she's a robot, she doesn't have one body, per se, you know? Parts are replaceable.
Please show us your ID, so that the doctor can give you treatment.
For a few stiff seconds, the girl's mechanical head freezes in place. Then in a movement almost too fast to follow, it snaps up.
Look! Hamster riding a stethoscope!
Oh, look at that! Where?
A hamster what?
A hamster what? The bizarreness of these words leaves Liang no choice but to glance in the pointed direction. Why? Why would you look? Only to confirm, of course, that there is no hamster nor stethoscope in sight. You lying bastard! I'll kill you for this.
Wait!
How could you fall for that? Do I keep... Yeah, I'll just keep this team. It doesn't really matter too much.
Program activated.
Oh, it's Luggerhead and some guy. Why are you chasing me? The hamster's over that way. I need you to cooperate. Stop right there. Oh, officer, watch out. Don't run through the corridor like that. You almost knocked me over. Sorry, ma'am. Oh, I need to be more careful. Keep my arms and legs in check. Avoid hitting civilians and stay clear of all of this equipment. Oh god, that's annoying as hell. I apologize. But also, I just love being an annoyance sometime. I don't know why, it's just who I am.
Barrage.
Oh, this guy has good defense. So much defense, he only takes 1 damage. And dies.
Don't act surprised. It's just another day on the job.
Panicked Foundation staff defeated. A shwam.
Watch out!
Sorry, I'm after a...
Sorry, I'm after a Luggerhead. The hospital's narrow hallways are hardly suitable for a chase, and Liang quickly finds her path blocked by a supply cart. By the time she's made it past, the mechanical-headed girl has disappeared. Her metal chameleon communication device, issued by the Division of Arcane Affairs, gives off its distinctive chime.
Hey, Rookie, where did you go? Get back here. The medical report is ready, and Mr. Wong's family just arrived.
Understood. How's Mr. Wong doing?
There's a long pause on the other end of the line.
It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. That guy's pretty ugly. I gotta admit, not a looker. Enraged man. Man, he's looking pissed. Mr. Wong is lying unconscious on the hospital bed, looking haggard. His breathing is labored and raspy, like wind rattled through a hollowed-out log.
Oh, what happened to him? He seems completely normal this morning.
Oh, what happened to my voice actor? Oh, no. Her legs go weak. Her knees are weak. Arms are heavy. There's vomit on her sweater already. It's time to get Mom spaghetti. Were it not for the man supporting her, she might have collapsed entirely.
Please relax, Miss Wong. We have to wait and see what the doctor says.
Oh, it's you again.
You again?
Hello. Poitier instantly recognizes him, one of the Division of Arcane Affairs' least welcome and regular visitors.
Right. You're the local arcane private eye, aren't you, Joe? Are you commissioned by the victim?
What?
What? Who are you people? The man's eyes widen. They now exist for a brief moment in surprise before shooting Poitier a venomous glare.
Unlike some taxi leeches out there, I actually help people in need.
The voice acting is so good.
When it comes to my neighbors.
Sorry.
He clearly has no interest in arguing at a time like this. He lets out a cold snort and turns to the doctor with a questioning
Miss
look.
Liang has cleared the unknown arcane skill that was afflicting him. His physical condition is stable, but I fear there may be some long-term effects on his mind. He seems to be suffering from a severe thought and memory disorder. It would be best to keep him asleep.
Doctor, when will he wake up? Can I speak to him?
For now, we suggest against it. It may cause him additional distress to see someone familiar to him. We fear there might be memory loss.
What? How?
Well, you see, evil spirits took over his brain.
What should I do now? With this mother gone, I can't take any more of this.
Yeah, this is a bad week. This is a bad time for her. The woman looks as though all the strength has been drained from her body as she slumps into a nearby chair. Liang opens her mouth to offer comfort, but can't seem to find the right words. But can't seem to deal with the fact that there is no way to comfort this woman. Zhou's gaze sweeps past Poitier before settling on Liang.
So, who's a little China's kid? Did the DAA give you a sidekick to do your job for you?
Oh my god, this voice acting is so good. Holy shit.
Forget it, Listen, if you are not going to do your best to help these people, then it's better you just stay out of my way.
Sad face. Liang looks to Poitier with a questioning gaze. Poitier shakes her head and sighs, gesturing for her to come closer before handing over the hospital's diagnosis.
When they first brought him in, there were remnants of the arcanum riddled through his body. It might have gone a long way to proving he wasn't in control of himself. But I guess anything definitive has already faded away.
The doctors couldn't isolate a cause. Worst case scenario, they might not believe us and have this poor guy shoved off to the funny farm.
God, it's so weird to hear them say the funny farm. Like, that's an okay thing to say. But it is the 90s. Like, it is currently the 90s when this is taking place. So, like, back then it would be an okay thing to say. Lang clenches her fists and looks towards the woman curled up in the hospital chair, quietly sobbing. She looks so small against the oversized seat. Like, she's so small you can't even see her. She's right there. She's just a little baby girl. Finally, Liang steps forward and crouches beside the chair. After a brief hesitation, she reaches out and places a hand over the woman's. Xiao looks surprised.
Madam, please. You need to stay strong for your husband. They've brought in some of the best doctors from the Laplace Rehab Center. If there is anyone that can help him, it'll be them.
In a way, it is a promise with no real guarantee. A statement that could almost be considered a lie. But even lies have value when a person needs to hear them. The woman hastily wipes her tears-smirked face and lifts her head. Don't worry, madam. I'm only lying to you a little bit.
He said that he was going to buy produce from the wholesalers. But I couldn't reach him. And then the police called. My husband is a good man. Everyone knows that. He would never do something like this.
He would never kill the guy who killed his mother. Like, that's crazy.
Please, miss. You have to help us.
Oh, we're getting a lot of CGs this time around. The woman grasped Liang's hand tightly in hers, her fingers trembling. Her hands are gentle yet rough, etched with years of hard work, the kinds of hands earned through long days and nights striving for a better life. In her palm, she can feel the woman's desperate, burning warmth. It is so hot she feels it could scorch her. Liang takes a deep breath.
You can rely on us, ma'am. We'll find out the truth behind this. I promise you.
He gives the woman's hand a firm, reassuring squeeze. She squeezes it a bit too hard. A bit of jelly comes out. She licks it up to make sure it doesn't get noticed.
Thank you so much. You are our only hope. Please.
Sometimes a lie can become the truth. All it takes is someone willing to make it so. I wouldn't tell that to certain people. Oh. He still doesn't have a name, even though we know his name. The door to the ward is shut behind them. After a moment of silence, Poitier tilts her head.
Rookie mistake, princess. Never make a promise about something you don't get to decide on.
Never make promises.
I'm sorry, Miss Poitier, but I only mean...
Hold it.
Hold it. Objection?
I didn't say we weren't gonna do our best.
Oh. The words she was about to say no longer serve any purpose. Instead, Liang does something Poitier has never seen her do before. She smiles.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, we've seen this sprite before. Don't fucking lie to me, game.
Not so fast. We still need some solid evidence if we're gonna crack this case.
But where to begin? It seems like there are no obvious clues beyond what we were seeing.
Mr.
Wong had no enemies, and was well loved in his community.
Ah, but you see, his enemies were the evil spirits that took over his mind.
If that's the case, then it can't be a simple motivation. Still, something sticks out to me. When I ask about any recent events or happenings, It wasn't Mrs. Wong that answered. It was...
Poitier already knows where this is going. The guy.
Our private eye with a chip on his shoulder against the DAA.
Yes. He mentioned that there have been strange things going on around LA's Chinatown recently. According to my notes, he mentioned there were children that suddenly became distant and unresponsive, young men that began showing signs of memory loss, and an otherwise healthy elder that rapidly developed signs of dementia.
Oh, God.
Absent-mindedness, empty despondence towards family and friends, memory loss. It all sounds very familiar to Mr. Wong's condition. But no one thought to bring the matter to the police. I also spoke with the nurses here. They said they've also noticed an increase in patients from Chinatown complaining of confusion and memory loss.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to not bring that up to police. Like, one, it's Chinatown, they're minorities, they're not gonna bring shit up to the police unless they have to. And as well as, like, that seems more like social worker and, like, hospital shit than
I guess once
shit
again,
you would get the police
no one
involved
thought it was
with.
serious enough for our attention.
Poitier's expression darkens.
Well, what you thinking, Cadet? Are all these cases related? If it's as widespread as you're making it out to be, we might be in over our heads.
Even so, I think we can't overlook it as a possibility. Arcane skills that directly affect the mind are rare, but they do exist. I've read of similar cases in the Vigil's archive. One of them, as I recall, had very similar symptoms to what we're seeing here.
Yang's brow furrows.
However, if there were some criminal intention behind all of these symptoms, what could it be?
It's just spirits playing a little gag.
Or could it be an accident? Maybe a child with a powerful arcane skill who can't control it. Or some unregulated and dangerous arcane objects. We can't draw any
Why is
conclusions
this
without
shining
more
so
evidence.
much? The two officers look troubled. Then, as if something had clicked in her mind, Poitier's face lights up.
Arcane objects. Isn't there a department in the Foundation that stores and records dangerous arcane materials?
Yes, it's my
at the headquarters
suitcase.
of the Foundation. And its official name is...
And its official name is...
the Arcanum Containment Department.
Arcanum Containment Department. Why did they treat that like it's some big, like, reveal? Oh, is this because...
Voilà.
Matilda!
Je crois que je suis arrivée.
I believe I am here. I believe I am here. I'm not certain that I'm here, but I believe it is such.
C'est bien plus lumineux et spacieux que je ne l'avais imaginé.
I love her little French. She's such a funny, cute French fry. To be continued with more Matilda. Time for repositioning. Yeah, take place. Oh, more pop-ups. Hey, is that Miss Yujing over there? Looks like a friendly chat is in order. Let's turn on the TV. Last night, the Night Piercer struck again, attacking the convoy, trespassing the infamous Johnny 3 times. 2 officers were knocked unconscious during the attack. However, Johnny 3 times was seriously injured and remains in critical condition. Insiders say citizens clashed with the convoy earlier that day due to dissatisfaction over Johnny 3 times light sentencing. Later that night, the Night Piercer struck, seemingly enacting vigilante justice on behalf of Johnny 3 times victims. Public suspect the Night Piercer has grown since. And although it's already been a day since the attack, crowds still gather at the scene. We're here to hear what the people on the street have to say. Serves him right. That scumbag deserves a prickly end. I think following the law is important, but honestly, the way Johnny 3 times got such a light sentencing feels off. Who, me? Are you asking me? Oh, sorry, miss, but you haven't happened to see CO7, have you? Oh, no reason. I thought this was one of those prank interviews they've been doing lately. How should I put this? Sorry, but someone in my position isn't really allowed to comment on politics. Oh shit, that was her. It's hard to tell who's talking, you know? He's a doctor who loves his job. Seeing you hurt gets him a little giddy, that's all. Hmm? Welcome to the Laplace Rehabilitation Center. We are the world's leading hospital specializing in Arcanum. Whether you are suffering from Arcanum-related injury, cursed with bad luck after an argument with your neighbor, that can happen? Holy shit, that's horrifying. Transforming more and more into a beetle with each passing morning. God, I love this game. I love it. Suddenly recalling your past life as a pharaoh, causing you great distress at your office job. The Laplace Rehabilitation Center is committed to giving you the best treatment available. Don't worry about whether your rare condition is covered by your health insurance. To thank you for contributing to medical achievements, we offer discounts and subsidies based on the rarity of your condition. Each rare condition gets you a flat 60% discount. Oh my god. Oh, this game might be Chinese, but they got America pinned down to a fucking T. They've got us dead to rights. Fucking... You have a rare disease, here's a discount on your fucking treatment. Oh my god. Oh, we've got us dead to rights. If you're simultaneously bitten by a vampire and a dragon while dissolving into an oil painting, but you're somehow still alive, then that's right, your treatment will be free. And we'll even pay you 80% of the treatment cost as a bonus. If you're somehow fucking alive from... yeah, I would hope so. If you're bitten by a fucking vampire... Like, the vampire bite doesn't seem like much, you know? Like, you turn into a vampire, I guess you wouldn't be alive after that, technically, you'd be undead, but, you know, whatever. Getting bitten by a dragon and still being alive, that's an achievement, I feel. Like, that's something that's pretty rare. But also doing both of those while dissolving into an oil painting. How do you get to the hospital in that state? Like, they're making this bold of a claim because no one's gonna fucking do it. That's impossible. Fuck you, Laplace. Thank you for supporting the Laplace Rehabilitation Center. Helping you helps us help everyone. Yay, heart. You fucking pieces of shit. Cold drinks, fat bounties, and long holidays. Shame it never works out that way. Secret warrant. Yeah, no, it's legal. It's just a secret. We just have a secret warrant out. Don't worry about it.
Des armoires.
Des
armoires et encore des armoires.
Des armoires. She's so cute.
Qui est responsable ici?
Who is in
J'avais
charge
l'impression
here?
que c'était un département important, non? Où est la sécurité?
Who is in charge here? I was under the impression this was an important department, no? Where is the security? The ever-curious Matilda waves her way through the rows of filing cabinets. She has read about this department in books detailing the Foundation's history.
Le département contient tous les objets connus qui ont produit des phénomènes dangereux ou mystérieux liés à l'arcane.
This department contains all known objects which have produced dangerous or mysterious arcane phenomenon.
Certains disent même qu'il contient
Some even say it contains every arcane mystery solved and unsolved that has ever been recorded.
Bien sûr,
But of course, the biggest mystery of all time, the storm, still defies them.
Comme c'est le cas pour nous tous, il
As
semble
it
que
does for
chaque
us
département sont
all,
désormais
it
tournés
seems
vers
with
l'étude
each
de
department
la
turned
tempête.
to the study
Il
of
y a
the
peu de
storm.
temps pour ces énigmes
There is
plus
little
triviales.
time to spare for these more trivial puzzles. Yeah. Yeah, when time keeps getting wiped constantly, everything else gets put on the back burner. Her footsteps echo through the empty department, and the odd sense that she's being watched settles under her. Silence can be comforting, but it can also be unsettling, a breeding ground for loneliness dredging up long buried unease.
Je me demande comment va maman. Madame Z a dit qu'elle la surveillerait, mais toujours pas de nouvelles.
Still no updates. Your mom... Well, yeah, she said she'd keep an eye on her. That doesn't mean she'd actually inform you about her. Just that she'd keep her eye on. She finds herself pausing, her gaze lowering to the ground, but only for a moment.
Non! Ressaisis-toi, Mathilda Boaniche! C'est ta maman, la plus grande mère de tous les temps! Qu'est-ce qui pourrait bien avoir mal tourné?
She's so sassy and smirky. Look at her, she's such a little shithead. No, bring yourself together, Mathilda Boaniche. This is your mama, the greatest mother of all time. What could possibly have gone wrong? She definitely wasn't shot out in the woods. With renewed confidence, she picks up her pace, her pale ponytail bouncing behind her.
Maintenant, sa fille la plus remarquable est en train d'accomplir une mission importante pour la Fondation. Contrairement à certains autres qui ont consacré leur temps précieux à des vacances au nom de réveiller les jeux d'Uluru.
Now for her most outstanding daughter learns an important errand for the Foundation, unlike some others who have dedicated their valuable time to a vacation in the name of reviving the Uluru Games. Oh wait, when the hell does this take place? Hold on. When is this? Is this when we were, like, doing the Uluru shit? Like, the fucking, Fafadia event? That was such a long time ago, event-wise. But is this taking place, at the same time as that? That'd be wild. They should really give us a timeline here. They should really be giving us a timeline.
On espère tout de même qu'ils réussiront à rendre ces jeux aussi grandioses et sublimes qu'ils disent qu'il était dans le passé lointain, ou sinon...
Still, one must hope that they will succeed in making the games as grand and sublime as they say they were in the distant past, or else... Just as she pauses, another set of shelves. Something catches her eye. Oh, passes another set of shelves.
Everything's fine here. Now, on to the next row.
Yo, who's this little cutie? I would give head pats. This is a head pat worthy character. When can we pull on her?
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
What is it?
What is it? Look how happy she is.
An excellent question, miss. See that serial number on it?
Oh no, nerd.
AN003. A water sample from the Peilin River. Number 003.
Number 003.
There are hundreds of thousands of samples, collections, and records here. But no matter who you ask, this particular one will always make their top list. Collected in a remote city in China. When the investigators arrived, they found that it had been isolated in time. All its inhabitants dressed and lived as if they were from the late Tang Dynasty. They were completely unaware of the state of the world beyond their lands, as if trapped in a time capsule from the forgotten past.
Oh,
what the fuck? The liquid inside the veil is clear and pristine, less like river water and more like a perfectly liquefied gemstone. Matilda can't help but stare in fascination.
But how is that possible? Did no one ever leave the city? Not even to travel or do business?
Not even to travel or do business?
You're a clever one, miss. Yes, it seems the investigators were confused too. In the end, they realized that an arcane skill was affecting the Palin River.
Palin
Sadly,
River?
It seems the arcane energy was dissipating by the time they arrived, and they weren't able to figure out its cause. This is the only sample they were able to recover. Laplace has been begging for access to it. They're eager to unravel the mystery.
Wow, that is indeed a most intriguing claim.
Oh, shock face.
It's not just a claim, miss. It's real. Wait. Miss Matilda Boaniche?
Matilda Boaniche? The careless young staff member only now seems to have fully recognized Matilda's presence.
You've heard of me?
You've heard of me? Look at her little point. God, they're adorable.
Yeah, of course. Who hasn't heard of the Boaniches and their star investigator daughter? Didn't you know that everyone's been talking about you since you joined the Foundation? Actually, my mother and I went to visit you. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself.
Actually, my mother and I went to visit you.
Constance Scott. I'm a fellow graduate from SPDM.
Scott? I thought you were a girl.
Of course, now, I'm just a record keeper here.
It doesn't seem like false modesty. Every top student in the SPDM has granted the honor of having their name inscribed in the school's Hall of Fame. Matilda has never once come across the name Scott. Really? That's a pretty common name. It's weird you've never come across that one.
Actually, I've been looking for you as well, Miss Scott. Commissioner Pedra asked me to give this to you.
A letter? What's it about?
A letter? On the other side, there's a note. And I also got this message from your parents.
I couldn't say, but he had a most unpleasant look about him as he gave it to me. Then he asked me to review my report on the events in San Francisco.
San Francisco. Okay, so this is after San Francisco at the very least.
Are you alright? Your face has grown quite pale.
Are you alright? Are you in trouble?
I'm fine. I just have a bad feeling I know what I'm about to read.
No, no. I like how we've just detoured to a completely different subject now. Having bid farewell to Matilda, Scott makes her way to a secluded room within the department, the letter clutched in her hand. She carefully closes the door behind her, and with one last glance around the room, opens the envelope. A single sheet of paper floats out from within, one carrying a heavy message.
The investigation has been concluded. Unfortunately, their findings were exactly as we feared.
Oh no, the talking letter's
back.
back.
The suspect must be apprehended ASAP, and all efforts must be made to retrieve this arcane object before either cause further trouble. You must leave immediately. Her last reported sighting was in Chinatown, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Interesting. Chinatown Street. Day. Marigana.
Sorry, could you say that again? Ji Ma Wu? And that means paper horse dance? Okay, I got it.
喂，老細，今日仲有冇燒肉啊？賣晒啦！今日切條叉燒，整多半隻白切雞啊！
I probably should be reading this out in English, just in case people want to just be listening. Hey, shopkeeper, got any sui yuck left? No? Then give me a piece of char siu and some bakshit guy, please.
Wow. Daddy, look! There's a dragon on the floor! That's totally cool!
Yo, that's totally epic! People speaking many languages meet and weave around each other on the crowded avenue. Liang wanders among them, stopping every now and then to take it all in.
Welcome to Chinatown. How do you like it?
I do enjoy the multicultural elements a lot. I just love when many different peoples come together.
Yes, it does give me a certain sense of nostalgia. Do you come here often, Miss Boydier?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, outside of work, it's been a while. 3 years or so.
Only once in 3 years? I don't think you can consider that often.
No, it's pretty often for me. Poitier waves a hand, glancing down the lively street on either side.
Yeah, well, it's a fun place for a day trip, sure. But things are different when you put on the uniform.
Yeah, people fucking hate you for good reason.
Remember that private eye back at the hospital? Joe? You can get an impression about how people see the police around here from him.
You mean that the residents here don't cooperate with the Arcane Affairs Division?
They don't cooperate with the police in general, because we're in America? And, this place is filled with minorities. And, Liang, I don't think you'll learn soon enough how they treat minorities in America. It's not good. Like, we're in the 90s. It's not even that much worse than it is today, but that's mainly because Trump is in office.
Well, it's complicated. There's a lot of language and cultural barriers. Folks here just don't turn to the police to solve their problems. Even when they do, we feel like we have no idea where to start. The thing that surprised me the most was how arcanists of all kinds and humans live so closely together here. I guess it's the same in China, isn't it? I remember this one time, we had a call about a break-in. When we got there, it turned out the shopkeeper was a big white bird as tall as I am. And this other time, we're chasing down a lost puppet for some lame-ass puppeteer. Anyways, so I asked an old lady if she'd seen a doll nearby. You know what she said?
I see a doll right in front of me. And she, like, winks at her, like, hey, you know, if you're into gifts.
Well, I don't know what she said, but she started going off about me being a Laowai.
Laowai?
Now give me some credit. I might not speak Chinese, but I do know Laowai means foreigner. So excuse me? Like, I'm American, baby. Born and raised.
Yeah, but you're a foreigner to Chinatown.
Sorry.
Liang knows she should remain serious, but she can't help but be tickled by Poitier's indignation. Poitier shoots her a glare and then heaves a quiet sigh.
That's not even the half of it. The thing is, I don't hate it here. Although I can't say I love Chinatown very much either. To be honest, most of us on the force haven't found a way to make inroads with the people here.
I wonder why. Could it be the history of racism? Nah.
If that's the problem, why don't we try to understand things step by step? Maybe then we can start fresh? We're here anyway.
Liang turns back and examines the archway at the beginning of the road. They have already been in this other world for a while.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. If we're gonna get anywhere, then we'll have to start here. But we need to check another task off our list first.
Chinatown. Alley Day. They cross the street and turn into a narrow alleyway.
Should be
Same
right
one on
there,
Route 66.
down the alley. Feeling excited, rookie? We're about to pay a visit to your favorite director, Noir.
Noir?
Favorite? What? No. I just like the movies, that's all. I've got no specific feelings for the director.
I do not pay attention to directors. Liang can't hold back her rebuttal, but under Poitier's teasing gaze, she stops herself.
Maybe just a little. I am curious about the mind of the director behind such great movies.
Cat mouth.
But this is strictly a police matter, so I will act with professional self-restraint. Actually, I've made a request with the Vigil's Intelligence Branch for a file on Director Noah and any related events. We should get it soon.
You've got a file on her already? Feels like you're going a bit overboard, rookie. It wasn't actually the director that called us. Her assistant did.
Well, yeah.
Later on, Noir herself contacted us and said the so-called threat was just a misunderstanding.
I mean, you'd think the assistant would be the one calling
Normally,
in most
we'd leave
cases.
it at that. There's too much real crime out there to bother with a case where the victim doesn't think anything happened. Still, according to dispatch, the assistant was real spooked over it. The operator got the feeling we should give it a second look, so they kept the file open. But look, this is just a follow-up and an excuse to come down here. So keep your mind on the real mission.
Whatever the hell is happening in Chinatown. The scene from the Division of Arcane Affairs yesterday flashes across Liang's mind. After leaving the hospital, they immediately returned to report their findings and highlight the dangers lurking behind Chinatown's strange events. But the higher-ups had a different take on things. They said no, don't care.
It's been reassigned to the local precinct.
Poitier stands in the doorway to the deputy chief's office and shakes her head. Liang immediately catches the subtle shift in her expression.
What's wrong? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Nothing, kid. It's just most of the force aren't trained to deal with arcane crimes. Don't get me wrong. They're good, capable officers, but I'm worried. If this was any other case, I'd keep my mouth shut. But come on, this is clearly our department. This case has Arcanum all over it. I don't think they know what they're getting into.
They don't. They aren't actually getting into it. They're just sending it to a different department to shuffle it down the road so they don't have to care about it. And then that department will shuffle it down to a different department, and it'll get shuffled into a file and never touched again. Wow, weird. For a brief moment, neither speaks. Then Liang eyes light up.
I have an idea. What if we...
We prioritize Noir's case, which just happens to put us in Chinatown, so there's no harm in asking a few questions about our other investigation. I knew there was a little rebel in you, Liang. You like to bend the rules, just not break them. Am I right?
Just bending them a little bit.
Not too often.
Not too often. No, it's not that often, just every once in a while.
I think we're obliged to take Miss Noah's case seriously, even if it wouldn't help us with the other case.
Beep, 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 beep.
Please wait a minute. It's my communication device.
My communication device. Liang pulls out the communication device, often criticized by Foundation employees for being too bulky. Poitier leans in to get a better look. Her chameleon comm perched on her chest stretches its neck in curiosity. Why is it sentient? Why is it alive? It's cute, but like that doesn't seem helpful.
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. You've received a new message. Downloading attachment.
SPF? Isn't that what they use for fucking like sunscreen? SPF 50.
Download complete. Please check your mailbox.
Message? What's it about?
It's from the
just some
intelligence
work
department.
bullshit.
They found her records. Miss Noah is registered with the Foundation. There might be something in her files that can provide us some clues.
Emergency support application, investigation support application, daily work registration. She opens the pinned email and scans through the attached files. Her expression turns
Wait,
serious.
Is this?
Oh no. A file. I hate those. Rookie Actors Guild. Humans are natural editors, piecing together an ideal memory from mere fragments. Although I don't usually keep a journal, I had to record today's encounter. I met the great Miss Matilda Boniche. I still remember that summer. My mother lectured me for an hour before we left, and then another hour during our journey. I thought I was following her instructions perfectly. I was dressed perfectly neat, my greetings were memorized word for word. But the moment I met the Benishas, I froze solid, too nervous to say anything. Even adults can get stage fright, so how is it fair to give her own daughter the cold shoulder for it? A smile and the pat on the back from Mother was all I needed to finish my greeting without fumbling. Thank goodness for Lady Beryl. She saw what happened, and her gracious words salvaged the situation. I didn't disappoint my mother after that. I'm sure of it because the rest of my memories of that visit were pleasant. Lady Beryl's warm smile and Matilda's energetic chatter. Matilda could be as noisy as she liked and still won her mother's approval. Oh, I envied that so much. But Lady Beryl, for some reason I can't remember what she looked like. Now I understand Letham's frustration. Being Matilda's mother, I could imagine a matured, refined version of Matilda, minus the childish energy and, oh right, without the hooked nose. That's my mother's trait. Cute. Cute shit. Remember, keep the cameras hidden. That's the secret. The secret is that we hide all of the cameras from the actors. We end up not filming anything. Except for fucking security footage, basically. Hello. What are you filming? I guess just the wall.
It's blocking the camera sidelines. Get it out of the way.
Get out of the way.
When are we coming in? We've been waiting forever. I wish I brought a chair.
Father, when will I get to leave on my own?
What's going on? Are they filming another movie? Do you see anyone famous?
At the end of the alley, in an abandoned house filled with camera equipment, crew members and actors go about their business, drawing curious glances from passerbys. One particular figure catches Liang's attention. Someone strangely familiar.
Is that today's lunch? Mind if I take a look?
Mind if I take a look? Do you need lunch?
Not now. Alright, fine.
Aren't you a robot?
That odd person I saw at the
That
hospital.
odd person.
She works for the foundation.
Who? You mean Camerahead over there? What do you mean by odd? You think she could be a fake?
What do you mean by odd?
No, she's a real foundation member. I checked her information as well when I inquired about Miss Noah's file. Her name is Latham, an awakened arcanist, currently working in the Arcanum Containment Department. I wasn't given any access to her details, but based on our encounter, we should have no problem with her.
Well.
Good. Fine. I'm happy enough leaving the Awakened to their quirkiness.
I guess, yeah. That feels like a weird way to put it. I feel like you should be more respectful to the Awakened. Because they're weird little robots. He isn't their top priority. Liang knows that. She pushes aside the odd feeling for now, following Poitier through the crowd and onto the set.
What do you mean she hasn't eaten yet? Director Noir's doctor was explicit that she's not allowed to skip any meals. Oh, hello, officers. How can I help you?
How can I help you? In my small mouth. My very small mouth. A well-dressed woman walks over to them.
We received a call from a Lin Wang. Did you make a report about some unknown person making physical threats and stalking Miss Noir?
Yes, that's right. I'm Lin. But...
But eyebrow? Upon hearing their purpose, Lin hesitates, glancing uncertainly over at one end of the set.
We did it!
We did it!
Abby, you're here!
Cut!
At this single command, the actors freeze in place.
No. I'm afraid we'll have to roll that again.
I'm sorry, Director.
Don't apologize, just do it. Like, come on, what are you, new to this? Oh, the young actor's body stiffens instantly. Based on where he's standing, it's clear that he's only a background character in this scene. But Noir, seated on her throne-like wheelchair, the overseer of everything, didn't miss his mistake, no matter how minor it was.
Not at all. I just want more emotion this time. She's your true love, but you have been apart for a long time. Things are different now. She is. You are.
She is. You are. I don't feel like you
Your
said that,
reunion
right?
Must be more complex. It isn't simply happiness you feel. You must mix that emotion with worry and guilt.
It's a little doll as well.
She doesn't know anything about what happened to you. You can't help but worry that she will never be able to understand you. You wonder if she has got herself into any troubles. I know this is a short scene, but the audience must see a full range of emotions. You are capable of more, so be more. I know you attended drama school, so let's see that training shine. I know you can do it.
You attended drama school, where they taught you all of the drama.
Yes, Director! I will try my best!
Don't try your best. Do your best. She fucking slaps him with a newspaper. Simply being noticed by the famous director is enough to leave him visibly flustered. He immediately straightens up, shedding his nervous stance from moments before.
Let's roll it again.
Let's roll it again.
Excuse me, Director Noir.
Director Noir, we've got cops here. Fuck! We've got the fuzz here! She yells out. Everyone scatters. Seizing this moment before the next take, the assistant swoops in and whispers to her. Noir glances towards the two officers, her face betraying no emotion. It's impossible to tell what she's thinking.
For someone that famous, you think I'd have known she uses a wheelchair. How you feeling? Finally getting a chance to meet your favorite director. Thrilled?
Poitier just wants her to feel like a human. She just wants to get Liang to be all giddy. Poitier nudges Liang with her elbow, tilted forward a little as she teases her. When she sees Liang's face, she pauses.
What's with the long face, kid? Where'd all your excitement go? Oh, is it about the message you got?
Yes. It's just something that's bothering me.
Well then show me the message, asshole. Before Liang can explain, the subject of their discussion rolls toward them in her wheelchair.
Thanks for coming, officers. But I believe I've already explained that this was all just a misunderstanding.
It was just my doll here, controlling a person to stalk me.
As you can see, I'm in perfect health. Well, ignoring these two.
She pats her legs with a cheerful laugh. It seems the director has no qualms about her physical condition, though it's hardly the kind of joke anyone else can comfortably laugh along to. You know what, that's fair. Nah, but that's how disabled people are. Sometimes you gotta laugh at your own misfortune. And get it off your chest. It is weird, like, not only one event ago did we have another disabled person who specifically was missing a leg. So it seems we have a theme going on here now. Or they just felt like doing it twice in a row.
But according to your assistant, there's been someone stalking you for months, and they've recently sent you a threatening letter. So what? That all just misunderstandings too?
I'm terribly sorry for inconveniencing you, officers. Lin is a very dedicated assistant, always looking out for me. She may have just overreacted to my situation.
I like that her doll is just moving around. Is that her arcane skill?
But I've been in the limelight for long enough that I've seen my share of crazy fans. I'm used to it.
That doesn't mean it's, like, good or safe. Like...
Sure, I get that. But about that letter you received, do you still have it?
Noir lets out a weary chuckle and shakes her head.
I'm afraid I don't have it anymore.
I'm afraid I don't have it
I
anymore.
received so many letters. Most of them friendly, some of them not so much friendly.
Not so much friendly.
I've made a name in this industry, and a few enemies too. If I paid any attention to the negativity, it only dragged me down. I tend not to keep the bad ones around.
Yeah, that's a good way to do things. I have piles of fucking hate mail and death threats every day. It's whatever. That's how you know you've been in the industry a long time. When death threats get to the point where it's like, whatever. Same shit, different day.
While I'm sure you would do a fine job keeping me safe, officers, I can't let myself worry over it. Besides, what are they going to do? Break my kneecaps?
She's got jokes. She is a little
Frankly,
quirky.
the only thing I am worried about is that your presence is another distraction.
Yeah, true. She casts a grateful and perhaps apologetic look around the set.
So, it's very much appreciated that you went out of your way to check in on me, but I have a movie to make. I can't disappoint my fans.
Or else I'll get a lot more hate mail than I already have.
Now, if you'll excuse me, we're burning daylight and I still have 4 more scenes to film. These Hollywood producers may have opened doors for me, but they also give me so many problems lately.
The doll nods like, yep, problems. We got lots of problems. She smiles at the officers as if to signal the conversation's end.
Is this really just because of her movie?
Noir has already begun to turn her wheelchair away, but Liang stops her in her tracks.
Pardon me?
You seem to be refusing our assistance because you've decided this threat is only a harmless prank. You've decided that it's worth the risk to focus on your film.
Yes.
I don't mean to judge your decision. It may be understandable in some cases.
She moves closer, lowering her voice as she leans in to deliver the next sentence in a hushed voice.
But if this threat is not just a prank, if it is serious,
like the threat,
disapproval.
Like the threat I'm about to give you if you keep fucking ignoring me. She shakes her, just like shakes the doll off of her. No, my doll. Noir narrows her eyes a little and raises a hand to halt her approaching assistant. This is a good sign. Liang has earned the chance to talk for at least a little longer. She pushes aside her conflicting emotions and carries on in a voice only the two of them can hear.
There has been an increase in patients coming from Chinatown showing signs of mental instability. Their symptoms include confusion, amnesia, drowsiness, and volatile anger. None of the patients seem to have anything in common. No prior history, all without a clear cause. Does that sound familiar?
Sorry. Is this leading somewhere?
Sorry, but what the fuck are you talking about? I'm a director. This is all kind of nonsense you're talking right now. After a moment of thought, Noir shakes her head and her calm face carrying a perfectly measured of confusion.
A case. 8 years ago.
Ooh. 8 years ago.
He Rizhun, the scriptwriter for your first big hit, Detective CO7.
Hit.
She burned to death in her own house.
Whoa. Hold up, I need to drink water. Alright.
However, the cleaners found a fume reel in the debris, surprisingly intact after the fire.
Yang has been watching Noir's every expression. She doesn't miss the fleeting shift in her eyes at the mention of the film reel.
Strange, isn't it? Every other item was burnt to ash, yet this one 8mm reel was as good as new. The cleaners felt the same way. So, being curious, they played the reel. 3 of the 5 who watched it ended up in an asylum. 1 jumped from a building, and the last, according to the reports, became like an empty shell of a person.
What? You made the Ring film, you
What's
monster.
happening here reminds you of that.
There are some commonalities between the cases. I can't ignore the possibility that they are related. 2 in particular stand out to me. The similar symptoms of those affected, and you. Hard to shake the thought that these are not coincidences.
Whispers spark among the crew as they eye this secret conversation.
What are the police still here for? Are we gonna get back to filming? Who knows? But it doesn't seem good. We are losing light here. Can these guys wrap it up already?
These murmurs, of course, don't escape Noir's and Liang's notice. When she speaks again, Noir's tone is far more direct.
Is that an accusation?
Is that an accusation? Nod.
Not at all. I'm just hoping you might be able to shed some light on our case. After our initial investigation, we officially recorded it as an ominous Arcanum incident and determined that the cause was that 8mm film reel, which contained a film titled Reunion of the 3 Swallows.
And when you see the swallows reunite, you die.
To this day, however, the exact nature of the Arcanum hasn't been conclusively determined. We still aren't sure why it has this strange effect on people's minds, nor why the damage appears to be irreversible. Perhaps more importantly, we still don't know the origin behind the Arcanum on the reel. There are many possible causes that might create such an effect. One of the most common thought is from absorbing powerful emotions from an Arcanist.
Powerful emotion?
The darkest emotions possess the strongest power. Anger, hatred,
love, friendship, all of the darkest emotions.
Emotions so strong that they can outlast their bearer's death. Like a curse from beyond the grave, carrying out their last will as an obsession. And in such cases, these objects are sure to lead to disaster. I believe that this film is, undoubtedly, one such cursed item.
Ooh.
If it is the case that this film was involved in these new incidents, then we must find out what obsession it's carrying out, and find a countermeasure.
A countermeasure?
I assume you're already on the case.
No.
Indeed,
We
I
are
am, Miss
not.
Noir. I've been studying the report on the original case, including some of the theories of the original investigator. One of the theories suggests that, despite your collaboration on the CO7 series, there were many points of conflict between you and Miss He.
Miss Who?
In fact, the reports mention you had a violent quarrel with her on the day of the fire. There was even a question about whether you might have been responsible for her death. So, as you can see, I have more than a strong reason to believe you are connected. And if this cursed reel is behind these recent incidents, I'm afraid that you may be the intended target of this curse.
Interesting. You are the target of the curse. Now we're dealing with cursed film reels? Crazy. Post-launch questioning. Oh, Hoodish. The first principle is that what you see is real, but it might not be the truth. What you see is real, but not necessarily the truth. Interesting. This is a picture of a cat. Gossip note. The uncles and alleys in the alleys. Secrets even academics could never find. The cat. Boom bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. Alright, one more before we wrap things up for today. since it's getting kinda late and no one showed up anyway, so I'm not missing much.
Hot damn, Rookie. Who could have guessed the famous director would be a part of her own real-life thriller?
Hot damn, Rookie.
After talking to her, we still got nothing useful to go on. I can't read anything behind that smiling face of hers.
That's the whole point. She's unreadable.
But
She's
if your
a
little
mystery.
theory has got any truth to it, then Noir is in real danger. So why not talk? Isn't she worried about her own life?
No. She's not worried about her own life. She's fine. Poitier channels her frustration into her food. She is destroying the food in the most horrific of ways. Most of the meal in the blink of an eye. As she swallows the last shrimp dumpling, she turns to look at Liang, who is busy chatting with the restaurant owner.
是吗？原来对面杂货店那家的女儿也。
You mean the grocer's daughter has also...
就是咯，最近都不知道搞什么，好多街坊家里都
Yes,
出了事。
so many things happening around the neighborhood. Crazy.
老卢家还算好嘞，
But the Lus are
他带
lucky.
着女儿去
They
看
took
中
their
医，
daughter to a
做
good
了药，
local doctor
吃
and
了
she
一段
got
时
better.
间就好了不少。
Good local
但是
doctor.
对面街口马仔，他妈就麻烦了。那个阿婆原本就身体不好，忽然间又变到疯疯癫癫，他们两公婆都担心死了。
But the other family down the road aren't so lucky. Their grandma was already so weak from arthritis. Now she's gone crazy. Probably gonna drive them crazy too. And then we'll all be crazy in a horrific domino effect.
说什么事情不太对路？哎，我说呀，就是临近年关，那些污浊的东西都出来了。
You know what? Another girl asked around about this too. If I had to guess, it's because of those evil spirits. Things are never easy before the Dachau festival.
您说还有人打听过这件事？
Another girl. Do you know who she is?
他说自己是什么新
She
科
says
学
she's an exorcist from the Neoscience. Neoscience something exorcism office. And is new here in Chinatown. She gave me a fancy business card, but I don't know where it is now.
原来如此，多谢你。
I see. Thank you very much. As Liang returns to her seat, Poitier shoots her a questioning look.
So, any progress?
Any progress? Speaking a
I have
language
some
I
bad
don't know?
news. First, there are more victims than we expected. Second, we're not the only ones who've noticed. We need to hurry if we don't want this case to attract wider attention.
Why don't we start with the director then? She seems like our best lead.
Well, because she isn't talking, so we have problems. Having cleared the dishes closest to her, Poitier pulls the char siu buns from the other side of the table.
I've got a hunch her case is connected with this one. Just like you said, there are too many coincidences to not dig deeper. That writer, what was it? Huh, Ridgeline?
Huh?
She's an arcanist, right? No surprise that she'd imbue that film with all of her final bits of hatred. I've seen a dozen cases like it. Cursed objects are weird as heck. It's definitely possible that it could have chased Noir all the way here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how cursed objects work in terms of chasing people down. You piss someone off enough, they'll curse an object to run you down.
But there isn't any evidence that corroborates the rivalry between Miss Noir
Revelry?
and Miss Fu.
Oh, that's so good.
Hold on. Didn't you read that in a report by another visual? Maybe it's only hearsay, but that's something. Not only that, get this. I did some digging of my own. The night that cleaner leaped off that roof was the exact same night that Noir was in the car accident that left her legs paralyzed.
Interesting.
It gets freakier. According to the reports, they happened within minutes of each other. And the building was less than a block away from the scene of the accident. How's that for evidence?
I mean, it's not really evidence.
We've got a
it's just...
saying in the DAA, Cadet. When it comes to Arcanum, there's no such thing as coincidences.
I'll have to take your word on it, since Arcanum isn't a real thing, though I don't actually know how it works. If this declaration Poitier pops
Whether coincidence or not, it isn't much to go on. We need evidence.
Evidence.
Of course. We can't just leap to accusations without proof. But when it comes to arcane crime, you've got to follow your hunches. So keep your nose to the ground.
Poitier notices the dejection on Liang's face and sheepishly sets down her chopsticks.
I get you. This isn't just about evidence. You don't want to point the finger at someone you admire. But you've got to pursue this. Even if that means you have to separate the artist from their work.
By putting the artist in jail and their work outside of jail. Liang remains silent for a moment, picks up the chilled lemon soda from the table and takes a sip.
Actually, there is another reason that I'm not entirely convinced that Miss Noah, the film incident, and the events in Chinatown are connected. In fact, it's quite a substantial reason. If our records are correct, the cursed reel was found and contained by the Foundation 6 months after the initial incident. Which means, unless something has gone horribly wrong, it should still be safely stored within the Arcanum Containment Department.
Oh no, something has gone horribly wrong. A sharp crash interrupts her words. The two turn toward the sound.
Oops, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, look at Scott's back. A bespectacled girl fumbles with a napkin as she hurriedly tries to clean up the shattered dish she just knocked over. But her sneaking glances towards the two officers don't escape their attention, and the shiny emblem on her chest tells them exactly where she's from. You're the one who had the tape reel break out. They exchanged a puzzled look.
If I remember it right, you mentioned earlier that you saw someone from the Foundation acting suspicious yesterday.
Yes. Like the lady over there. She also works for the ACD.
ACD.
Guess we'll have a talk with her.
I agree, Miss Poitier.
I agree. Let's surround her. They rise from the table and approach the girl. They pull out a gun. Ah, hello, officers. Ah. Oh. Let's pull out the blues.
It depends on the budget.
Depends on the budget.
Just, stand with the others.
Keep the sample.
Why are we fighting her? Is something the matter, officers? Is something, officer, the matter? You seem to have overheard our conversation. Was there anything in it you might know about? We welcome any leads you might have, and even offer a reward for helping solve the case. No, I didn't hear anything. This is all happening so suddenly. I have urgent business to attend to. Please understand, officers. There's no need to worry, ma'am. You seem to be a bit flustered. Here, why don't you come sit down and we'll have a nice chat. Yes, I'm sure there's a way we can be of help to each other. Come peacefully, or else we'll make sure you come unpeacefully. You do not get a good option here.
Taking another look?
Come back. I need your feedback on our session.
Under Liang and Poitier's relentless questioning, the suspicious Foundation member ultimately surrenders.
All right, I'll tell.
Alright, I'll tell. Please stop.
But only to you, since you're a vigil, but she isn't, right? Sorry, I should really only disclose this info to other Foundation members.
To other Foundation members? He shoots a cautious glance at Poitier. Pout. Poitier says nothing, simply raising her chin at Liang in approval. Liang follows the girl out into the empty alley. After verifying Liang's identity with her communication device, the girl gives a final glance up and down the alley before talking.
There's no one I would trust more than a vigil, Miss Liang. I'm here on a mission for the Foundation, and you might be able to help me with it.
Ooh. Are you missing a film reel, perhaps?
September 1990. A female arcanist committed a serious assault and caused a number of casualties. She had appeared at an illegal gathering held by the Order of Enlightenment, a subordinate organization of Manes Vindictae.
Yeah.
The Timekeeper encountered her and confirmed her identity. Anjo Nala, a Beyond Arcanist.
Oh, but Anjo Nala is our friend
Born
now.
sometime in the 19th century, she was sealed inside a wind-up toy in the year 1968. Since then, she has become a lethal weapon that must obey whoever possesses her toy.
Her toy?
But back in 1985, I mean, the real 1985.
Oh, the original 1985.
That toy had been safely stored in an Arcanum containment department as a dangerous item.
Until it was stolen.
You were involved in that particular inventory check. There are 4 additional items that are now lost aside from number 066. The circumstances of the last storm, and that devastating spell threw our whole organization into chaos. However, there's no excuse for failing to uphold our department's most crucial mission. Fortunately, it appears that our break-in was committed by a single culprit.
Mm-hmm.
I heard what you and your partner just said. It's about all the weird things that happen in Chinatown, right? It was my mission to catch Latham and retrieve all the arcane objects she'd stolen before they caused more damage.
Ah, Latham stole
But
them.
I guess it's already too late for that.
The meaning behind these words is crystal clear. There is no room for Liang to feign ignorance.
Then you're saying that...
Yes, the cursed reel from the incident you mentioned was among the stolen items. And you said that you have some clue about its current whereabouts?
Not really. We were lying about that. The cursed film reel, Reunion of the Three Swallows, is in Chinatown. The weight of this revelation sinks heavily in Liang's chest.
I was told to operate under strict secrecy. But at this point, the faster they're retrieved, the better. So, shall we work together?
Scott takes a notebook from her pocket and pulls out a photo tucked inside.
Our main suspect is Latham, an awakened arcanist.
My former best friend until she betrayed me. Liang can't help but look surprised when she recognizes the other girl in the photograph. I mean, at the very least, our suspect is someone who's very easy to recognize. But Scott seems to misinterpret her reaction.
It's hard for me to believe she'd do this. We were colleagues and close friends. I used to call her Loggerhead because she's the most forgetful person I know. At first, I refused to
she's a
believe
camera.
she could do such a thing. I still don't understand why. She's not the kind to be greedy. But the Vigils investigated the theft thoroughly, and the Vigils are not the kind to make mistakes. You've been here a few days already, right? Have you had any word about where she might be?
Well, actually, we know exactly where she is. Scott's brow furrows, her expression torn between hope and fear. It's as if she wants confrontation while equally dreading to hear the truth.
Sorry, I haven't.
Oh, have you not? What do you mean? Oh, because you're lying. Okay, that makes sense. She shakes her head. Scott's expression visibly relaxes.
Oh, what a pity.
We're going to her right now. Oh, what a shame. More people got turned into paintings, it seems. This document contains confidential information. Please do not take it out of the precinct. Noir, female, arcanist. Her arcane skill allows her to manipulate inanimate objects within a defined range, designating them as actors. Born in Hong Kong in 1950, Graduated from USC School of Cinematic Arts in 1972. Later worked at what would eventually become known as TVB. In 1978, she began collaborating with independent production companies to produce low-budget films. Released her debut film, Muddle, in 1979. Established New Art Company in 1980 to begin working on the film Detective C07. In 1983, a car accident left her paralyzed from the waist down, allegedly tied to the film incident, noted at 1. For more details on film incident, please refer to the attached documentation. Nice. Good shit. Good shit. So next time, when we stream next, probably tomorrow or the day after, depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow, we will see more on what's going on here. We got through a good chunk of the story, I think a little more than a third of it. So now is a good stopping point, I feel. So I hope y'all had a good day, and stop by next time. See ya! Bye bye!